that time. You guys fucked it up. God damn it, it didn't work. Okay, when I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Hey,
Store.
there you go. So, do you think that liquors ever have problems with Siri when they're like, we gotta go to the liquor store, but then Siri always takes them to like a liquor store that's like a package store where it has all booze and stuff like that, and they're like, this is not liquor appropriate clothing. We're trying to get to the liquor store so I could buy some goddamn clothes. Do you think they have that problem ever? When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Hey, there you go. That's a pretty ballsy move you put there. I'm gonna knock you out and put you in the trunk, just so you know. So, I'm gonna be real upfront about this. I'm gonna probably take this with like a big swing. Probably hit you in the shins because I probably can't reach that high. And I'll put you in the back of the trunk. So how many years you serving in Janko prison, huh? What did you commit? They locked me up for being a psychopath. Took some real balls for you to do. You know that? It's intimidating. It's intimidating. It's intimidating. When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Hey, there you go. When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
No, you went too fast that time. You guys fucked it up. God damn it, it didn't work. Okay, when I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Hey,
Store.
there you go. So, do you think that liquors ever have problems with Siri when they're like, we gotta go to the liquor store, but then Siri always takes them to like a liquor store that's like a package store where it has all booze and stuff like that, and they're like, this is not liquor appropriate clothing. We're trying to get to the liquor store so I could buy some goddamn clothes. Do you think they have that problem ever? When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Hey, there you go. That's a pretty ballsy move you put there. I'm gonna knock you out and put you in the trunk, just so you know. So, I'm gonna be real upfront about this. I'm gonna probably take this with like a big swing. Probably hit you in the shins because I probably can't reach that high. And I'll put you in the back of the trunk. So how many years you serving in Janko prison, huh? What did you commit? They locked me up for being a psychopath. Took some real balls for you to do. You know that? It's intimidating. It's intimidating. It's intimidating. When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor. No, you went too fast that time. You guys fucked it up. God damn it, it didn't work. Okay, when I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Hey,
Store.
there you go. So, do you think that liquors ever have problems with Siri when they're like, we gotta go to the liquor store, but then Siri always takes them to like a liquor store that's like a package store where it has all booze and stuff like that, and they're like, this is not liquor appropriate clothing. We're trying to get to the liquor store so I could buy some goddamn clothes. Do you think they have that problem ever? When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Hey, there you go. That's a pretty ballsy move you put there. I'm gonna knock you out and put you in the trunk, just so you know. So, I'm gonna be real upfront about this. I'm gonna probably take this. I'll take a big swing. Probably hit you in the shins because I probably can't reach that high. And I'll put you in the back of the trunk. So how many years you serving in Janko prison, huh? What did you commit? They locked me up for being a psychopath. Took some real balls for you to do. You know that? It's intimidating. It's intimidating. It's intimidating. It's intimidating. When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor. Alrighty, guys. Thank you for waiting. Let me just make sure you guys can hear me and stuff. Blah, blah, blah. It looks like it. It looks like you guys can hear me. I am so sorry about that. I really have not ever... I've been having trouble Googling what the fuck is wrong with my VR stuff. Nothing worked. Nothing fixed it. Nothing, adjusted it. Nothing fucking worked. I don't want to leave VR, but I might not have a choice because right now I can't even read chat. My headset's just gray, and my tracking just, disconnects every 2 seconds, and I don't know what is wrong with my headset. I have no idea. I thought lowering the base stations was going to fix my problem. I have no idea. I'm really, bummed out about this because I love VR content so much, and, if moving fucked with it, maybe I'm on, a radiation area or something like that. That's gonna be a bummer, if I can't do VR content. I have no idea what's wrong with it. It's I just redid the room setup, but for some reason it registered the room, my floors, my ceiling and stuff. I have no idea why it's broken, so I'm gonna try to get with the girls one more time, and then if not, we might have to switch to 2D for the rest of the night, and then, this is a fucking bummer, man. I was having fun with them, but it doesn't want to work, you know? Let me try to send an invite one more time. Is one of them upside down? No, all the base stations are correct. Every single base station's correct. Callie's AFK. Okay, well, that makes sense. Well, we could chill and talk for a little bit at least. Desktop mode? Yeah, I could do desktop mode. Was that RC? What's RC? But I don't know. I have to, hold perfectly still, and half the time my hands die, and then the other half, I have no idea. Maybe one of my base stations is really corrupt. I gotta do some major troubleshooting because everything I've Googled, none of the solutions work, unfortunately, and I haven't been able to figure out why it's like this. It's a bummer. We just want to do VR with the girls. 2D is fine for tonight too. You gotta figure out the VRC bugs now that you got time. Yeah, I spent 6 hours on it the other day, and I tried a lot of solutions and nothing worked.
when one of my base stations died and needed RMA? Did it just like keep conflicting with the other base stations? Do I have to like figure out one by one which one's fucked? Would that like maybe do it? Like if I went through? Still under warranty for Valve, it might be worth contacting to look into their RMA if possible. So yes and no, it was a gift is the problem, and they were giving me kind of a little bit of trouble because it was like a throne gift, like because I don't have like the purchase receipt for it, if you know what I mean. So they were kind of giving me trouble about that, unfortunately. Yeah, and it really fuck with the others. Okay, I probably have one that's just fucking dying. Then if that's, dude, Lane lives. Thank you so much for that. At least I can at least like maybe plug in like the 2 new ones I got with like a third one and do a little test and see if that does the disconnect, and maybe pinpoint if like one of them is dying, because like it keeps sending me other places. It keeps making my controllers DC. It just everything's like that. I have to stand still perfectly in one spot in my room and it's just fine. So as long as I don't move, it's okay. Yeah, it's a bummer. Yeah, I'll have to mess with it, but I'll work on it maybe tomorrow or this week or whatever. Like, I do have extra time now. I was so bottlenecked and stuff before, so, yeah. You saw Mako unplug one of her 4 base stations and stop glitching so it can happen. Mako. I gotta hit Mako up anytime. Mako's like one of the biggest brain VTubers that I know, and anytime that I've had like a question like this, like yeah, she's always helped me. A karaoke world. No, I don't want to do karaoke right now. I want to fix my base stations. They got those high precision servers. Slightly off calculations up. Wait! I saw one that was like spiking in numbers. Let me see if it's that one and if I could pinpoint which one that is and maybe unplug that one. Hang on, that gave me inspiration. Give me a second. Wait, okay. Base station settings. Let me scan for base stations. Figure base station channels. You know, I'll do that. Okay, I have an idea. One of my things is, I did catch one of them like spiking a bunch. Yeah. Twisted Whisker karaoke bar? I don't need karaoke, I'm just trying to fix my base station. Maybe it's one of those open box ones. Someone might have swapped it out for a bad one. You might be fucking right. You might be right. I did buy an open box one, and that might be the case. I might have been fucked because of that. I still have the receipt and everything if that's the case. And I could just be like, hey, this was bad. Whoever returned it returned a bad one. You might be right. That might be the case. Somebody no wonder why they had fucking open box ones that were like discounted. Oh, Meads and Kelly stream. Oh, okay, no problem. That's what was going on. I forgot we had the share chat. I think that's what's going on. Thank you, Sirefire. Okay, hang on, let's see. It's identifying base stations. One of them was like super fucked. It's still scanning. Hang on. Okay, now let me see these. Yeah, one of these is fucked. Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can figure out how to unplug this one. How to identify which one this one is. 1, 2. Channel 9. Oh, wait, is that one plugged in? It shouldn't be. No, that one's not plugged in. Channel 9 is fucked. Which one's channel 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That one's unplugged already. Let me think. Thank you, T-Double. That was really nice of you. Thank you. Hang on. The one that was broken is unplugged right now is the weird thing. How did I see these properties? Maybe I clicked on it like this? No? Oh, I found it. Minus 45, minus 49, minus 49, minus 50, minus 50, minus 52, 52, 52, 51, 76. Okay, the only one that's like not in the same number area is the one that's unplugged. But which ones, I should have marked which ones I had. Or my new ones. I'll have to do this later then. Alright, let me see if I can get them to invite me again to the new place or wherever they're doing. I'll figure it out. I'm going to figure out which base station is, and I'll talk to Mako, too. Thank you guys very much. Again, thank you for the suggestion that it might be one of the base stations is dying. And because one of my base stations did die, and I was trying to troubleshoot. It might actually be 2 or 3 of them that may have died, then if that's the case. Because I bought 2 of the open box ones, and I think both of them maybe were both, like, corrupt. Okay, Kelly invited me again. Make sure ones that are off network are unpowered too. Yeah, it's like unplugged completely. Like the one that's off network, it's like shows up in my thing, but it's like unplugged completely. It's not on. Hi guys.
Thank you. Hi, Koki, you good?
No, but I'm gonna do my best.
Okay, it's okay. I understand. You're okay. I didn't mean to like mog you with my height. I didn't mean to be
No,
like,
it's okay.
So
No, you're good.
your thing.
I'm gonna try my best. Basically, it's something's very wrong with my base stations. I think one of them's dying because apparently if one base station's dying, it could fuck all of them over. So I have to like troubleshoot.
Ooh, really?
And I've got 10 now, so I just have to troubleshoot which one's the one that's dying.
10. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah, that's like when like old Christmas lights when one's like going out, right?
Yeah, apparently that
And
can
you
like
had to
fuck
figure
your
out which
VR up really bad. So yeah.
Golly gee, it'll be okay. This is just a karaoke room. Did you bring it up? Were you the one who wanted this?
No.
Oh, were you the one who wanted this?
Yes.
Okay, that's okay.
Now.
No, that's okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't just make that up. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't making up like anything. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. I've never done one of these before. Did you want to do a song, Vanilla?
Maybe.
You can do one. You can do
Why don't you
one.
serenade us,
I'll
Vanille?
do one after you.
Okay.
If you do one,
Why
I'll
don't
do one
you
after
why don't you
Here.
serenade us?
Yeah. We didn't get to do karaoke at Offkai and stuff, so this is kind of making up for it, you know? Yeah, you have to do like Yakuza, like yeah. What did it say? Yeah. Yes, we could do that for you. Hang on, I'm gonna put my body back on so I can like
That
dance
would be very
for you
fun,
and
though.
stuff. Yeah, we just wanted like a rendezvous world where like, you know, things were because I couldn't invite you back to the old one, Koki.
Oh, don't sweat it. You're
Let me-
good.
Ooh.
No
Yes,
worries.
it
No
was
worries.
it was Coke blocking us.
Oh.
Yes, it was.
liquor. You say store. Liquor.
Store.
No, you went too fast that time. You guys fucked it up. God damn it, it didn't work. Okay, when I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Hey,
Store.
there you go. So, do you think that liquors ever have problems with Siri when they're like, we gotta go to the liquor store, but then Siri always takes them to like a liquor store that's like a package store where it has all booze and stuff like that, and they're like, this is not liquor appropriate clothing. We're trying to get to the liquor store so I could buy some goddamn clothes. Do you think they have that problem ever? When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Hey, there you go.
That's a pretty ballsy movie for me.
I'm gonna knock you out and put you in the trunk, just so you know. So, I'm gonna be real upfront about this. I'm gonna probably take this. I'll take a big swing. Probably hit you in the shins because I probably can't reach that high. And then I'll put you in the back of the trunk. So, how many years you serving in Janko prison, huh? What did you commit? They locked me up for being a psychopath. Took some real balls for you to do. You know that? I was intimidating. When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Hey, there you go. When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
No, you went too fast that time. You guys fucked it up. God damn it, it didn't work. Okay, when I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Hey,
Store.
there you go.
Okay, you should be able to hear me now. Hi guys. It's broken bad. It's not working no more. It's like fucked. Let me get you guys back up on chat and stuff. My headset's flashing red now and it won't it's just black and it's flashing red. So I got to do some major troubleshooting or just like I don't know. This is a bummer, but I'm going to keep it together. We're just gonna pivot and say goodnight to the girls in a second. Give me just 1 second. We'll find something fun to do. Man, we gotta do a mulligan on this stream. I was looking forward to this. I'm sad about it. Let's see. Oh, man. Alright. It sucks. You'll manage to get through. We've known it was, yeah, it was having like issues on and off, but tonight was the worst it's been. And I thought I fixed it because I bought like, I got like, I swapped out the bad one also. And now I know there's maybe 2 bad ones, which would make sense. I bought 2 open box ones, and that would make sense that I bought bad ones, honestly. So that's a fucking bummer. So that's what I get for buying an open box when it's such a big discount. But it should still be good, like to return and stuff. So I'll get my money back. But damn. Did I mark Witcher Witch? Nope, I did not. I didn't think I had to, you know? Like, I just... You don't think about these things when you do this, you know? It's okay, though. It's alright. We'll find something to do tonight. Even if it's, like, look sadly at aliens on YouTube. Where's my chat? I want to switch which chat you guys are. Okay, there you guys are. That's the one I want. I want this one hidden. Okay, there we go. Look how long you guys are long and drippy right now. I love those HTC kits though. What's an HTC kit? Sorry, it's yeah, sorry. No, sorry to you guys. You guys are the ones who are so patient, you know, like I said we were gonna do a certain kind of stream and then it didn't happen. I apologize. What happened? My headset is flashing red and not working, and I think some of my base stations are bad. I think I bought some bad base stations, unfortunately. Let me let Callie know in the other channel. Let me say goodnight to them at least and apologize. Yeah, I'm sorry, my headset and set is broken now and I can't get back in.
Thank you. Meat was saying invalid URL. Yeah. I know.
Let me see.
Oh, it's a Koki. It's okay.
Oh, do I have this light muted?
It's okay.
No, I just don't think I can hear him.
It's not working. I understand.
Oh, there she is.
It's so finicky. Hang on. Let me give you... Hi. It's okay. It's okay. If you want to join on a desktop or whatever else you can, it is up to you, though. I'm sorry it's giving you such a pain in the ass. I'm sorry. We can always reschedule VR. I know. I understand. You're okay, Pookie. You're okay. You're okay. It happens. Shut the fuck up. What? I'm giving Koki inspirational message. Moment. What the hell? Okay, fine. Can we do a mulligan? Yes, we could do a mulligan, of course.
Okay.
Once you figure out your VR,
Having a nice
mulligan,
night
you just let us know. It'll be okay. It happens. It's okay.
No, I'm
It
sorry.
happens. You're okay. I'm sorry
Okay.
you said shit. VR is funky.
Sorry, Cookie Nuts.
And look at Fang. Fang. Give Koki an inspirational message, please. VR is giving her shit.
She's just a fucking bonehead.
Hi, Nil. You're here too. Koki. On the thing, yes.
Very sweet, very sweet. Alright, guys. I'm really sorry. I apologize. I know you don't care what a streamer does. I know, but it was supposed to be like a big collab where we talked about the trip and stuff, and like I had like the girls for it and stuff, and we were planning it, and I even like prepared and like I checked VR and I made sure it was working okay, but it just wasn't. Once it was in there for more than like 20 minutes, it really started fucking up and stuff, you know? So, yeah, they're singing. I saw they were singing to me the dame. Thank you. It's a bummer. Oh, good night, victim. Thanks for hanging. It's just a bummer because I love to do VR content so much, and I've been like, oh, now that I'm free, I can't wait to do more VR and stuff like that. And I even made like a new date for like Cookie Nut VR hangout time, but like, what if I don't have it fixed by then, you know? So, I'm sorry I sound so whiny right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little frustrating, especially because, like, it probably is just the base station, but now I don't know why the headset's flickering. I can't imagine. Let me unplug it a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Like, I hope I didn't, like, do, like, maybe permanent damage to the headset, you know? That's what I'm worried about. Like, I'm worried if, like, possibly... I'm probably stupid, right? Like, I'm just trying to, like, troubleshoot for an idiot that doesn't know anything about computers, right? There's no way it would, like, brick a headset, right? Like, yeah, like, I feel like I'm overthinking it, right? Like, yeah. It's okay. I'm just unlucky, you know? I'm lucky, but I'm unlucky, you know? Needs to be readjusted. The weird thing is that when I redid the play space, it recognized that the headset was not on the floor and stuff like that. But as soon as I got in VR, it put my play space on the ceiling, and it put me in the floor really bad, and it wouldn't fix. And then I reset it one more time, and it didn't fix. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. It must be a bad base station. I'm gonna like figure out which one. It's gonna take me a while because there's 10 of them, but I'm gonna figure out which one's like fucked basically. So yeah, it'll be okay. Thank you guys. I'm sorry. We can like move on obviously, but new updates are finicky too. I updated like the base stations and stuff too recently. Groups of 4. Oh, you know what? Lives. That's a great idea. Is like try them in groups of 4, and if the 4 are good and like they're all solid, try another 4, and if those are solid, I'm not getting that problem. That's a really great idea, actually. Thank you again for yet like another good idea concerning this. It's gonna take me like a little bit to like, you know, go through them all and stuff, but maybe we could do VR this week if I can figure it out. Thank you, Daughterface. Don't be hard on yourself, dude. That's what I do, though, you know? I know you're still having a nice time. It's frustrating, but it was bound to happen at the rate it's been going since the move. All I know is you're gonna be jazzed when you crack the case. Yes, true. Very true. And I'll come running to you guys and be like, guys, look how fucking smart I am. Tell me how smart I am. Trust me, I'm gonna be like that. Also, check any USB hubs that might be plugged in, because if they go out, they can fuck with it. So the base stations aren't USB based. Those are the trackers are USB based. So if there's something wrong with a single tracker, that would be the problem. But I'm pretty sure it's a base station because it's like has to do with the headset and everything too. So yeah, it's like the headset, and the headset's also on a USB also too. Actually, it's plugged into like 3 different ways. So even if it's the headset, there might be better ones to aim for. Big screen 2 looks really cool. Can you send me information on that, Mr. Real? Would you mind? Because, like, you know, maybe if this one's, like, fucked, maybe we try a different one or wait for Index 2 or something, and we just have to have slim pickings for VR content in the meantime. But hopefully it's just the base station thing. And I'll maybe see if Mako can, like... If this doesn't work where I try to flush out the base stations and figure out which one's bad, I can maybe pick Mako's brain a little bit, because she's very smart and stuff, too, you know? So, man, I was having a nice time with everybody. Bummer. Anyway, thank you guys for being patient. Let me get a blanket because I'm kind of cold. Okay. Yeah, I still got you guys. We can still have some fun. I'm just sorry I couldn't deliver the VR collab, I promise. You know? Sucks to have VR down, but we got essentials. We got you right here and ready. Thank you. I'm sorry. I don't mean to take it harshly. You know how I am hard on myself. Let's mess around on YouTube. How about that? Let's get distracted on YouTube. There was like a couple of longer videos. I think there's like a new Lindsay Nicole and stuff we could watch and stuff. But thank you. It's like to have VR down, but you got the essentials. We got you right here and ready to adore the frog. Thank you very much. Thank you. I know I didn't do anything wrong, but I thought I troubleshooted and fixed everything by lowering the base stations and stuff. Because, like, I swear it was, like, working pretty good for a little bit. Where I was like, ooh, I think this fixed the problem. But apparently it wasn't good enough, you know? Because, like, I had to actually, like, fucking rehang the base stations. And, like, none of it worked. So I really thought that was the problem. Lizzie McGuire. I love Lizzie McGuire. I almost said Mizzy McGuire. All sorts of, yeah, this one broke in a really fucky way. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for being patient with me, and I'm sorry I'm taking it harshly. I know it's a stupid thing to get, like, upset over, but I was really looking forward to, like, talking about the trip and stuff with the girls and stuff, and it was, like, nice, because we had Yoro there, and Vanille and stuff, too, like, all the people that we had, like, a really nice time and made memories with, and, like, had a really great time and stuff. Thank you, Plumlander. Amount of times I've had to fix something, then it went ahead and had it bite me in the ass is insane. It happens. Don't worry about it or dwell on it. Thank you. I also do apologize if we have to move the VR night. I know you guys have been looking forward to it. And it figures then I'm finally like, okay, good. I'm finally like set up and I can do a new VR night. I'm sorry if it like gets moved. If like I can't troubleshoot and fix it. Anyway, let's mess with the YouTube. How about that? Let's have a nice time. Yeah. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna fix it so you guys can see it better. YouTube, and then let me get in the corner and capture the window. Okay, we'll have a good time tonight anyway. It's just not the good time that I set out to do. You know. It's not what I planned, but that's okay. I'm good at improving at least, you know. You know what's nice though? I'll be able to like still hang out with the girls on next Saturday. I'll still be able to like get to play like a game with them in Euro and stuff too. Oh, thank you, Bob. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Hex. Oh, thank you, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm fine. I promise I'm fine. I'm just taking it a little harshly as well. Okay, let's go. Sanrio Fest. Thank you for the sticker also. That's me right now yelling at my VR headset, being like, why don't you work? There's girls in VR waiting for me. Yeah, no, sorry, only fun. Thank you. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, let's find something to watch then in the meantime. I thought that was a gigantic bug for a second. Are they drama queens? Why did bugs... I don't want to know why bugs do that. Oh, a mole? Oh, mole core! This looks really good. Oh, thank you, Anna. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Be nicer to Cookie. Cookie, she deserves best. Thank you. I'm sorry. I don't mean to take it harshly. You know, like, I try to be professional and I'm, like, the worst, you know? I don't know computer stuff and I barely can navigate it. And I wish it was, like, a little bit... I wish I paid attention in school a little bit more, you know? But here we are. Florch, thank you for 100 bits. We know you're just taking it harshly. That's why we're here to remind you you're amazing and should be nice to yourself. Thank you. I'm sorry. Let's watch these idiots. These guys look like idiots. How about that? You get it? Thoughts be like that sometimes. Exactly. Is it too loud or is it just right? His little hands. It's good here? Okay, good. I can turn it up too if you guys want it up. Maybe a bit low? Okay. Let me know if that's better. It's not dumb that you take it harshly. That stuff's important to you, so it makes perfect sense. You're upset. You're not dumb for having feelings. Thank you for excusing my buffoonery. Thank you. I mean it in a good way though, don't worry. Wait, I'm sorry, I'm being a buffoon right now. There we go.
Found here. It's a little mole.
They're so cute and stupid. Oh, we were in VR and my VR stuff broke completely. Stop fighting! Thank you guys. I was having a nice time with women in VR, and then they not the women, but the VR. Something went wrong with YouTube. I could just have scuff everywhere. Try that again. Okay, it's back. It's back. It's back. It's back. What if we just watch Godzilla for the rest of the night? It's free on YouTube. Axolotl. Yeah, eat too, YouTube. I can't get any breaks. The new internet sucks. Oh, I love that guy. And then he eats now. He tries to eat it. Goes, oh. I know. I want to get an axolotl so bad. They're so funny and so cute. They're like... They talk? Wait, whoa. No, that's not real. That was somebody making a voice for it, right?
Oh my god.
Aw. Well, that one's got fuzzy little things with the googly eyes. What an idiot. Oh, wow. You want one? But I want to make sure I could care for him properly. Yeah, you have to have a lot of space. You have to have something like a 64-gallon, tank and lots of space. And you don't even have to fill it up that much, actually. They like kind of a very basic setup. But you have to have a lot of space for them, is the thing, and be ready to take care of, like, water changes and stuff. Totally real? Wait, do they make noise? No, they don't. Is that real? Oh my god. No, it's not real. That last one at the end doesn't...
Oh my god.
Yes, and Mr. P-Popo, you're just trying to gaslight me. You're smarter than you let on, Mr. P-Popo. I know what you are. Oi! Oi! Okay, let's see. Zoo TV, they got babies. Trying a futuristic Japan Expo food. Trying futuristic Japan Expo food? Wait, is it future food or is it future food or is this for a future convention and this is the food here? Oh, good night, watch it. Thank you. Will I see you for game night tomorrow? Yeah, no problem. I won't. I promise. I'm already picking my spirits up. I somehow fucking got COVID, and I somehow broke my VR headset, and I somehow thought I fixed it, and then I somehow broke it still. So I'm a little bit of a buffoon, but I'm hanging in there. Just fancy food. Fuck, I thought it was gonna be like future food. You got a funny little fresh cookie meme in Look Live? Okay, I'll go look. Let me go see. Give me a moment. Give me one moment. I found it. Here you guys go. Hi. it is. I'm sorry. Hang on. Should I take like 5 minutes, maybe? Uh. I'm sorry. There. How do I say it? Go pet my dogs. I think I do need that. I'll be honest. It is like another thing that's like bothering me. Like right now. Oh, thank you. It's just like a mountain of things. There's like 3 things on my mind, and it's that one that I have COVID. B, that like my VR headset is like fucked, and then C, I got in a fight with a friend today, and it's bothering me a lot. And I think I just need 5 minutes.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
No, you went too fast that time. You guys fucked it up. God damn it, it didn't work. Okay, when I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Hey,
Store.
there you go. So, do you think that liquors ever have problems with Siri when they're like, we gotta go to the liquor store, but then Siri always takes them to like a liquor store that's like a package store where it has all booze and stuff like that, and they're like, this is not liquor appropriate clothing. We're trying to get to the liquor store so I could buy some goddamn clothes. Do you think they have that problem ever? When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Hey, there you go. That's a pretty ballsy move you pulled there. I'm gonna knock you out and put you in the trunk, just so you know. So, I'm gonna be real upfront about this. I'm gonna probably take this. I'll take a big swing. Probably hit you in the shins because I probably can't reach that high. And then I'll put you in the back of the trunk. So how many years you serving in Janko prison, huh? What did you commit? They locked me up for being a psychopath. Took some real balls for you to do. You know that? It's intimidating. It's intimidating. It's intimidating. It's intimidating. It's intimidating. When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Hey, there you go. When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
No, you went too fast that time. You guys fucked it up. God damn it, it didn't work. Okay, when I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor. ever have problems with Siri when they're like, we gotta go to the liquor store, but then Siri always takes them to like a liquor store that's like a package store where it has all booze and stuff like that, and they're like, this is not liquor appropriate clothing. We're trying to get to the liquor store so I could buy some goddamn clothes. Do you think they have that problem ever? When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor. Liquor. When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor. Liquor. When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor. Liquor. When I say liquor, you say store. Hey, there you go.
That's a pretty ballsy move you put there. I'm gonna knock you out and put you in the trunk, just so you know. So, I'm gonna be real upfront about this. I'm gonna probably take this with like a big swing. Probably hit you in the shins because I probably can't reach that high. And I'll put you in the back of the trunk. So how many years you serving in Janko prison, huh? What did you commit? They locked me up for being a psychopath. Took some real balls for you to do. You know that? It's intimidating. It's intimidating. It's intimidating.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor. Liquor. When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor. Liquor. When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor. Liquor. When I say liquor, you say store. Hey, there you go. When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor. No, you went too fast that time. You guys fucked it up. God damn it, it didn't work. Okay, when I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor.
Store.
Liquor.
Store.
When I say liquor, you say store. Hey, there you go. So, do you think that liquors ever have problems with Siri when they're like, we gotta go to the liquor store, but then Siri always takes them to like a liquor store that's like a package store where it has all booze and stuff like that, and they're like, this is not liquor appropriate clothing. We're trying to get to the liquor store so I could buy some goddamn clothes. Do you think they have that problem ever? When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor. Liquor. When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor. Liquor. When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor. Liquor. When I say liquor, you say store. Hey, there you go.
That's a pretty ballsy move you put there. I'm gonna knock you out and put you in the trunk, just so you know. So, I'm gonna be real upfront about this. I'm gonna probably take this with like a big swing. Probably hit you in the shins because I probably can't reach that high. And I'll put you in the back of the trunk. So how many years you serving in Janko prison, huh? What did you commit? They locked me up for being a psychopath. Took some real balls for you to do. You know that? It's intimidating. It's intimidating. It's intimidating. It's intimidating.
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor. Liquor. When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor. Liquor. When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor. Liquor. When
When I say liquor, you say store. Liquor. No, you went too fast that time. You guys fucked it up. Okay, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Sorry about that. I apologize. I know you guys are gonna be like, don't apologize. It's just, you know, it's been a fucking day. At least, like, you know, the 3 AM meeting went, like, good and stuff like that. That's all good. But, yeah, I had a fucking day today. That's all. But hi, guys. Okay, I'm feeling better. I pet my dogs. I'm good. I'm solid again. Thank you for letting me cry it out for 5 minutes. I'm all right. Thank you, guys. All right, let's fuck around on YouTube for, like, the rest of the night and, you know, watch some stuff. And thank you. I think I fucked up the proportions and stuff somehow. I don't know what I did. Everything's like messed up sizes. Thank you so much for the double headbutt. It's almost like you guys are holding hands and headbutting me. Nodens and Manuel. But yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. No. Oh, I see why I did that. Okay, that was off-centered first of all. That one. Okay, so now that should be fixed. Good. Okay, now where's Edge now? Edge also looks like it's slightly off also too. Oh no, it's correct. Okay. What if we held hands while we were patting up rock? Oh, thank you entirely. Also, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm fine. I promise, I'm fine. Let's watch. I don't know, Biggest Frog could be good. PBS is PBS using AI or is that like a render? I don't know. If PBS is safe as far as like as facts and stuff go, right? Thank you, I appreciate it. And I have now a pounding headache because I was in VR anyway with COVID, so thank you. I'll just rest my head here for a second. I'm gonna eat peanuts out of your hand like I'm a goat at the petting zoo. Thank you, Nodens. Thank you. PBS very safe. Okay, good.
Rivers dry up, leaving only ephemeral
All right.
behind.
Can you guys hear it okay? Do you guys want it up or down? Just let me know. Neon's very reliable. And it's an artist render? Uploaded from 4 years ago. Hell yeah. What a cool frog! No, don't eat the baby! Don't eat the baby frog! Thank you, Mr. That's what I feel like right now. I feel like a baby-ass fucking frog crying.
For one thing, its proportions were just weird. Because it had a
How is that weird? He's cool looking.
really wide mouth. And it probably had an incredibly powerful bite, making it a serious predator for smaller
He looks cool as
It
hell.
had these flanges of bone on the back corners of its skull that were so big that they may have overlapped with its shoulder.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
There are frogs around today that look a lot like this, with big bumpy skulls and huge mouths.
Those are
You
cute.
want to know what they're called? Because it's really awesome.
Horny
The
toads.
scientists are trying to be
No?
serious about them. They refer to these modern frogs as ceratophryids. But
Oh, why did he giggle like that was such a funny... Why did he giggle like that was a funny word as ceratophyad? He's like, ooh, you know what it's called? Ooh, and then he just uses a science word.
Wait for it.
Oh,
Pac-Man frog.
I didn't wait for it.
With modern Pac-Man frog.
That's what he was giddy about. I didn't wait for it. I even paused it before he said wait for it. I couldn't even wait that long. I'm sorry.
In South America haven't been connected for like 115 million years. So if these frogs are related,
Nodens, thank you also for the tier 3 and the 15 months. Just wanted to say you're an awesome person, Cookie. I hope you've enjoyed everything. You're kind and an inspiration for all. Thank you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you very kindly.
alongside the dinosaurs,
I'll think about that. Thank you.
problems in the history of amphibians.
A quick shot cock, just a little bit tonight.
The first fossils of Beelzebufo were collected in 1993 in the Majunga Basin of Madagascar, and more bits and pieces were found.
I know, I'm impatient. That's the second time that happened. He looks like a chocolate frog. Remember when I did that where I paused it right before they showed clown dildos? And I was like, what are the odds they're going to show something I can't show? And then I decided to go against my gut. And 1 second later, a bunch of clown dildos were up on the screen. I predicted it. I was impatient again. Like, I caught it, and I was like, nah, you know what? I'm just going to play it.
And are known as Goliath frogs. These chunky boys can get up to just over 30 centimeters.
Wow, look at these
weighing more than 8
chonkers.
kilograms.
Goliath
The
frog.
largest estimates put Beelzebufo around 40 centimeters long.
This guy looks like he's gonna break out and dance. I think I saw this video of a guy dancing around, and that's what I'm thinking of, where he just wore like a t-shirt and jeans.
For example,
Pump the audio a little? You got it.
the devil frog probably walked on land.
There you go. That's a bump up. If you want another bump, let me know. What a sick in-action shot.
Short limbs would have helped keep it from drying out.
Cookie frogs.
What
What if they're the lowest of the low? What if they're the shittiest of the frogs? We still like them. They're a tree frog, you know. You know, tree frogs. They're not really good at much. Just like me, for real.
Beelzebufo had what's called a hyperossified cranium, meaning that it had extra bone tissue that formed a series of pits and ridges over most of its skull, giving it a bumpy texture. It also had an extremely wide mouth and was probably capable of biting really
Hey,
hard.
this is not what my frog skeleton from Michael's craft store looks like with the bone structure.
Then scaled those measurements up to estimate the bite force of Beelzebufo.
Me at the
And they found
dentist.
the devil frog may have had a bite
Oh,
as strong as a
cute.
snapping turtle
What
with a
the-
similar head size, and pound for pound could even have rivaled that of a lion or a tiger. Living frogs with
Thank you. You
morphologies
love
like
your
Beelzebufo
shitty frog.
tend to be aggressive
You can like, I like things that are shitty too. I get it. You can still like something shitty.
May even have allowed it to prey on small crocodilians or even juvenile
They're S
dinosaurs.
tier in your heart. Oh,
Frogs that hunted
shush.
baby dinosaurs?
Oh, shush.
Possible, because several dinosaur species have been found in the same formation where Beelzebufo was found. Okay, but so all of this weirdness aside, the thing that really perplexes us about this frog is where exactly it came from. The key question is, did Beelzebufo just look like a Pac-Man frog, or was it actually related to them? Pac-Man frogs live in places a lot like where Beelzebufo lived, in warm, arid
Oh, thank
habitats
you,
with
Nolan.
pools of
Thank you
water
very
that dry
much.
up seasonally.
What a
And
sick
modern
frog
Pac-Man
jump.
frogs
Thank you.
and Ms. Pac-Man frogs are also large.
You guys need it up for me, or
predators
just
with
let me know?
ossified skulls. Now, it's possible that this is a
Every
case of
frog
convergent
plays a
evolution,
valuable
where
role in the
species with
ecosystem
similar
they inhabit.
body
Look, you know what?
similar
That's
adaptations. In this
casually,
case,
that
frog
is
mouths
a
and
beautiful
body shapes and
statement you
sizes
made.
that
You're
allow them to
right.
survive dry
Even if
spaces.
they're
But
shitty
if
as
they
far as
are
power
actually
level
related,
goes.
well, we
We
have a
love our
problem.
shitty frog.
Because then we have to explain how
Thank you.
Beelzebufo ended up
Thank
on
you for
Madagascar,
thank you
while
for
Pac-Man
choosing
frogs are
Luigi.
found only in order for the ancestors of Beelzebufo and Pac-Man frogs to have spread to both places, there would have to have been a connection between Madagascar and South America. By way of
Thank
Antarctica.
you also,
We
Ned and
now
Sir Honey
know
Breads.
that Madagascar was separated
You
from
love
Antarctica by around
No, you say
115
shitty
million
frog.
to
You can say
120
shitty frog. I'm easier saying
So this
shitty
means
than
the
that.
group of frogs
Than
was
that
ancestral
C
to
word.
Pac-Man
He looks
frogs
like
had
Flan
first
Frog.
evolved into its own
Don't they look
distinct
like Dragon
and
Quest? You
then
could draw them as
migrated
Dragon
to
Quest
Madagascar
monsters as
before
flans, but
112 million
frogs.
years ago, assuming they got there by land.
Hell
But
yeah,
so far, the
Luigi.
science says that just wasn't the case. Molecular clock studies suggest that, at the earliest, those ancestors of Pac-Man frogs didn't evolve until 80
One more
million
bump.
years
You
ago,
got it, River.
long after Madagascar had already broken away.
There you
Now,
go.
the
Is that
fossil record
better?
may provide some evidence that
Is
this
it
group
good with my
originated
voice? I
earlier,
can
but
bump
the
it up
record is
even a
still
little
really
bit more if
sparse.
you want.
So
I just
the
do a little
timing
bit.
just doesn't work
Num.
for these ancestors of Pac-Man frogs to get to Madagascar.
I'm gonna look
by
like an
hand.
idiot because
Okay,
I'm
but what about
sick.
rafting? We know other animal groups made it to the island by riding on random
Sounds
naturally
better.
formed
Okay,
rafts of plant material. So, could the ancestors of this giant, scary frog have done the same thing? Well, even if they
Perfect
did get
here.
to
Okay,
Madagascar
thank you,
after it split
guys.
off by rafting, the molecular clock estimates for when Pac-Man frogs originated
The only reason why
are
Mario
still too
hid the
recent.
spotlight was
Their
because
origin is
Luigi
generally
was behind the
estimated at
scenes
sometime after 65
with the
million years ago,
baddies.
which is 5 million years after Beelzebufo was
Well, it's
already
funny though,
terrorizing Madagascar.
because like they made the
So
joke
there's
in
a
the
lot
movie,
about
like
this
they're the
frog that
Mario
science
brothers,
can't
so it's
quite
Mario
explain.
Mario and
Yeah.
Mario
We're not
Luigi.
sure where
Wait,
it came
no,
from, and we're
Luigi
not sure
Mario.
where it went.
Mario and
All
Luigi
of the fossils
Mario.
that we've found of it come from sites dated to the late Cretaceous, and there are no
Scary,
frogs
like
closely
cookie,
related to it on
super
Madagascar.
scary.
today.
Yeah, very
So
scary.
it's
Thank you,
possible that
Stitch.
Beelzebufo went extinct
More
during the
like
extinction event at the end of
Luigi,
the Cretaceous.
eh?
But we can't know for sure until we
Luigi.
find more sites and more fossils that are more recent than that. Now, even though we don't have a lot of answers, this weird amphibian can still teach us a lot about the patterns
Luigi's
of
your boy?
evolution. Like, if Beelzebufo
Got
and
a soft
Pac-Man
spots
frogs
for the
aren't related,
Luigis in
and
all
they just
forms, even
converged on the
frogs.
same
Thank you.
adaptations,
I'm
then that
I'm
tells
also
us
a
that there's
Luigi
something about being
appreciator.
big and mean and extra bumpy that gives a frog a selective advantage in a dry seasonal environment. And if they are actually related, then that tells us that there may be gaps in the fossil record of frogs that's used to set the molecular clock, and that frogs were probably much more widespread back then than we thought. But hey, if nothing else, you and I learned today that Pac-Man frogs are a thing, and that makes me pretty happy.
That was fun.
Goliath, thanks
I
to
was
this
wondering why
month's
he was so
geontologists,
giddy when he's like,
Luke and Curtis Mahoney,
just
Sean
wait till
Dennis,
you hear it.
Jake
Science
Clark,
word. I
John
was like, why
Davis
is that
Sabine,
funny?
Patrick Seifert,
I was
and
like,
the
maybe if
boys.
you say it 5 times fast, it
Become
sounds
a
like
P&I
something.
by pledging your support at patreon.com/.
Getting into a fight with a close friend
Also,
sucks, but it
thank you for
happens.
joining
Just
today
remember
in
that you're a good
Constantine House's
person,
studio.
and so
Be
is
sure
your
to
friend most
subscribe at
likely. My friend's a very good
youtube.com/chaos.
person.
Thank you.
It just sucks, you know, because I'm not like a fighter, you know, but looking for a fight, you know. But yeah, cookie nuts are here for you, just like you've been here for us. Thank you. Oh, Darciel, hi. I'm sorry you caught me like this. It's good to see you, Darciel. I hope you've been well. Hello. You guys, guess what? She invited me to a collab, and we're gonna play Peek together, and I'm really excited. We're gonna play that like pretty soon coming up. So look forward to a collab with me and Darciel. Yeah, a Peek collab of all things. Me too. Thank you for inviting me. I am really excited to get to hang with you and, get to yap with you and get to know you better and stuff. Oh, I wanted to watch the cat one
Check it out
with her.
Man,
This one's like almost an hour long.
because
This
you
is a good
already
night
know
for
what
this.
is going on. Cats. When you hear the word cat, your brain probably
I'm
goes
super
to
excited. Of
this,
course I am.
the little freaks that run your household. But
Oh,
the
her
reality is
cat's
the
so
world of cats extends
cute.
much
They call it
further than
tortoiseshell,
that.
right? When the cats look like that.
Leopards are cats. There's climbing cats, swimming cats, a whole world of cats waiting to be explored. You bet your ass that's what we're doing today. There are 39 species of cats, and today I'm going to introduce you to them. Some I'm willing to bet you don't even know existed. Without further ado, my name is Lindsay Nicole, and this is the history of cats that we know of. Let's get the general
wait to see
information
these
out of the
idiots.
way. If you're familiar with this series so far, you'll know one thing.
Oh,
to be
thank you,
true about
Mikey.
cat
Thank you for the
lineage,
nice
muddy as
words.
fuck. That still
Vid's a
applies
little
to
quiet
our
again.
cats
Okay,
today.
no
How
problem. Let
different
me pump it up
species
a
are classified,
smidge.
especially for the smaller,
I'll do it
more
over here.
elusive cats, is a little iffy.
Is that better
Different
there?
places will tell you a different
you
amount
hear her?
of cat species. I'm going to be going off the IUCN's cat classifications list.
Aw,
Just so you know. And
Kawaii,
also,
thank you very
FYI,
kindly
if
for
you
the
haven't
nice
watched the other
words, too.
episodes of this series, you're just tuning in for these cats.
Really tall
That's
wall.
okay.
I never
Everyone
really
can enjoy
noticed
these
that.
Cats, no matter the lack of prerequisites. Quick rundown. Cats have been
Thank you,
around for like
Q.
30
Thank
million
you very
years.
much. I
The
appreciate
first
it.
true cat that we know of, Proailurus, from France. Then there was a cat gap in the fossil record, which extends like 10 million years, and then boom, next cats show up, spread out all over the place. Pseudailurus. Pseudailurus led to a major split in the cat lineage.
Wait, they have
between
little.
saber-toothed
Wait.
cats
They
and
look
modern
like they had
cats
little
that we know
front
of today.
paws, like a
Last time we
wheelbarrow.
talked about the extinct saber-toothed cats.
Those are
All belong
cool.
to the subfamily Mechaerodontini.
Is there
Today, our
anything
focus
that's
is
close
on
to
their
a saber
sister
cat
group,
that's like
modern
alive
cats,
right now?
conical-toothed cats called
Like, what would be the
felines.
closest cat
So,
to it?
all members of this group are the felines. They have shorter, more rounded
Felines.
canines compared to the blade-like sabers of the Mechaerodonts. And also, what we do know is that the saber-toothed cats evolved from a version of Pseudailurus in Europe. All of the modern cats, or the conical-toothed cats, the ones we're focused on today, evolved from a version of Pseudailurus in Asia. That is the feline ancestor.
jaguar,
about
you think?
10.8 million years ago. Because they're the last cats standing, their tooth shape is the one we think of as the default. But if you watched the last episode, you'll know that was not always the case. I'm gonna tell you how I decided to organize a video because we have a lot of shit to get through. I wanna make
You
sure
have
it
a
doesn't get
tuxedo?
confusing.
Brown
Based on genetic
marble
evidence,
tabby
all
and a
cats alive today
tortoise?
can be organized
Tortoise
into
shell
8
tabby.
different
Oh my
branches
gosh,
of
how
the
cute,
cat
how
lineage
cute,
tree.
how
That's
cute.
how we're organizing
I just
this
have a
video.
striped
We're
cat.
gonna go
She's
through
just
each of the
stripes.
branches
She's cute.
in order that
She was
they
just like a
diverged. What do I mean
dirty
by
little
that?
cat
Each
that
of the
used to
8
follow me
lineages can be
around
traced back to
when
an
I'd walk
ancestor
my
that
senior dog.
diverged or split
And
off from the
I'd
rest
walk
of the group
around a
certain
lot,
amount of years
and
ago.
she
Let's
just
take the
liked my dog a
Pantheroids,
lot, and
all
so
the
I had a
big
soft
cats.
spot for
They were
this
the first to
stray
split
cat
off
that
about
was outside.
10.8
So
million
I
years
started
ago.
feeding
This
her on
means their common
occasion,
ancestor with the rest
and
of modern
then
cats
one
was
time it
alive
was snowing,
10.8
and I was
million
like,
years ago.
hey,
So that's the most
you want to
recent
get in
common
here for the
ancestor
snow?
of
I can't
all
leave you
modern cats.
outside.
Within
And
all
then
of the
she
big
just never
cats,
left. I
that
just kept
cluster
the
on
cat
right,
after
they
that.
share a common ancestor alive more recently, 6.4 million years ago. Because this diagram is only showing the cats.
Oh,
still
enjoy your
alive
alert,
today.
Triple
Obviously,
T.
a lot more was going on within each lineage.
All
like
cats are
extinct
equally
species,
related
extinct
to
branches
saber
that
tooths
existed,
because
but
they
are
all split off
technically
earlier than any
irrelevant
modern cat.
how
Oh,
all
good
of
to know.
the
Good to
modern
know.
species relate
Hi,
to each
lady.
other.
Welcome
So
in.
you can think of this little section as currently irrelevant shenanigans. Hope that makes sense.
I
So
love
now
how
let's
she
look at the
talks.
bay cat.
Irrelevant
Next one down.
shenanigans.
The big cat split off. Now they're irrelevant. Now every species left.
The way she always
after
breaks
that
down
split
information
can
too,
be
like
traced back
sounds
to an
like
ancestor alive
somebody, like a friend
9.4
talking to me.
million
It's
years
nice.
ago. At that time, the bay cat lineage
Like she's not afraid to
diverged,
drop like an
doing their own
F-bomb
thing for
and stuff like
9.4
that, and like
million years
while
as
talking
their
about
little
science.
section of irrelevant shenanigans. And then
I got mad
all
respect
three
for her
species
game.
of that lineage alive today can be traced back to an ancestor that was alive 5.41
Did we watch
million years
Casual
ago.
Geographic?
For the sake of
We
this
have
video,
before.
I'm going in
I did
order of
like
when
him, yeah.
each group diverged. The dates
Hi,
that
Flamingo.
matter are the ones
Oh my God, let me
coming
go.
off of
You
the
missed
red line
last
or the
stream.
green line, going
What
from
were you
each
watching
group
last
as
stream?
they
I
split
forgot.
off. But before we get into that,
There's something I was like, oh my God, is Flamingo here? I think, oh, we were watching Godzilla stuff.
All of the cats. The one that was alive 10.8 million years ago. If you have a feline or two at home, or have learned literally anything about cats ever, You know they like their space.
Can we
And
please
sure,
get an erotic
animals migrate
footplay?
in general for their
Please.
ability to disperse, take advantage of less tapped resources. But man, oh man, did felines take this to the extreme.
You ever hear
Cat
of a
behavior
frog
alone,
job
dude, their
before? You ever hear
territories are
that?
huge. They're pretty solitary most of the time. And if not,
That is
males
an
get kicked
amazing
to the curb
first-time
once they're
request.
older. Makes sense that the ancestors ended up moving to new continents entirely. Over the last 10
I don't
million
know what the
years, there have been
comment
two
is.
major waves of migrations. During the first major wave, sea levels were much lower, up to 200 feet. below
You're on
sea
the other side of the river there.
That's
We
right,
just had
bitch.
we just had somebody
Land
first time
bridges
chat that.
spread out when the seas rose again. These populations became isolated from each other, setting the stage for rapid speciation due to genetic drift. Then the second wave came, went absolutely nuts, and all of a sudden, multiple groups were all over the place, dominating to shit. I think we're ready to move on to the 8 lineages. I think you get the gist. I want to give a little heads up. You'll notice some of these 8 sections, and specifically certain species, will be much less talked about than others. Well, we all know and love
Oh, thank
cats
you,
in general very
Casually.
much. Certain branches are a lot more elusive.
Let's see,
For
did I
some
finish my
species,
homework?
Really, all I have to say is the fact that
I
they
didn't do
exist.
my
That's
homework.
pretty much all we know. But then others, like
Let's
the
see.
big cats, for example, people are very
let's
interested
see,
in them,
let's
and they're
see.
big. You know, you see them for that reason. I decided the big cats are gonna get
Wiggly
their own
little-
episode. I feel like they deserve it. There's too much to say about them.
It's just
for
like
them to
wet
be only
feet
one
on
section
pavement.
in this video. This is already a pretty long video, so that will be the next episode of the series. The earliest diverging group of
Can we
felines, the
please
big
get
cats.
an
I know it's gonna be
erotic
disappointing, but I hope you understand. They're so interesting.
Razzle,
You
hi!
should be, because they're really cool. and also
Welcome
cute.
in.
Okay,
How are
cool.
you
You
doing?
decided to
Thank
stay.
you so
So
much
the
for the
big
raid.
cats
It's
postponed
really,
next
really
time.
good
The next
to
lineage
see
on
ya.
our list
I hope
is one of
you've
the most
been
mysterious
well,
big
Razzle.
cats,
Welcome,
the big
welcome,
cat
welcome,
group. There's a
welcome.
good chance you've never heard of
Hello,
them. How
and
exciting.
also,
New cats.
Dave
They're like
Amatic,
the
thank you so
cryptids
much
of
for the
feline
13 with me.
world.
Thank you.
They're
We
such
were
an
just
elusive
laughing
branch
at,
of cats. It won't
we have
surprise
a
you that
very
the fossil
funny
record is
first-time chatter
elusive
here.
times a million, as in non-existent. So everything we know about their evolution
Wow, what a
comes from
weird
DNA
cool guy.
of the living members, which suggests their last common ancestor was around like 5.4 million years ago. Since then, they've been doing their own thing, mostly tucked away in the
Let
dense
me
forests of
see.
Southeast Asia. Before
what
genetic
were we
analysis,
playing, too?
nobody even realized these cats were closely related. Couldn't even tell. Look different, lifestyle different, but the hips don't lie. Get it? The genes, pants, jeans. Jeans on the hips. Finally, starting off with our
Dude's got
first
balls?
cat,
I'll
the
give that
Asian
first time-
golden cat.
wait,
It's the largest
I'll
of the
give that
three,
first time
at up to
chatter that.
35 pounds. They have a stunning coat that can range
No
from
kidding,
golden
right?
red to gray or even black. There's 2 subspecies, one in Sumatra and the Malay Peninsula.
Can we
another
please
one
get
that ranges
erotic
from
on
Nepal
Opa
all the way through
Kuji's
Southeast
screen?
Asia and into China. These cats eat
Please,
anything. They don't give a
can we
fuck.
get an
Rodents,
audio
monkeys, reptiles,
roleplay
they're
reading the
insane.
herbal essence
Habitat-wise as
shampoo
well,
bottle,
they don't give a fuck. They're found in
please?
lowland forests all the way up to 14,000-foot mountains in Bhutan. That's them. Next up, the Bornean bay cat, hence the name of the big cat lineage. This cat might as well be a myth. It's so rare that even people who live in
Wow,
Borneo
what a cool guy! Did you
don't
see
know
how
what
fucked
it
up
is
that
most
cat
of the
was?
time. It was first described back in 1874.
What a
from
smug
a skull
asshole!
that had
Do you
been
see that
seen
face?
around
That's
for
the
almost 20
Pixar
years.
face.
For a
No,
long
I
time,
mean the
scientists thought
DreamWorks
this was
face.
just a small version
Why
of
is he the most expressive cat I've ever seen in my life? Like this, he even looks like a little menace here. Like every expression he's had so far has been like a 10 out of 10 expression.
golden cat. But the genes don't lie. And showed that the two split
The
off from each
genes
other
don't
about 4
lie.
million
Oh,
years
there you are,
ago, before
Rizzo.
Borneo even
Yeah,
became an island.
I'm
There's probably only
doing
about
well.
2,200
Been
adult
chilling
Bornean bay cats left,
with
assuming there's about
a
one
couple
cat
of
per
old
100
friends.
square
Made
kilometers.
some new
That
friends playing
is not very many
Phasmophobia
cats. There's no
because of
captive
the new
cats
update.
either,
Thanks
none
for
in
all
zoos,
the love.
none in rescue
Hell
centers.
yeah! I knew that you were
At
playing
least
that when the
that
last
we
time.
know of.
Well, the last
At
2 times you
least
rated
I could
actually, so
find
you were
on the
playing
internet.
that.
There are some pictures
Nice.
of
I'm
one
glad
that
to hear that
was
there was an
found
update. I
in
hope you're enjoying.
captivity in
Wow,
2008.
this face
Unfortunately,
again.
some
Did
of
you
the
see
best
this guy's
quality
face,
pictures we
Raz?
have of them. Because most
This
of what
guy's
we know
wild.
comes from camera traps and the occasional sighting.
Yo,
Mostly
G Melon,
found
welcome
in
in.
forests,
I'm doing
possibly
alright.
like
I
6
found
to
I had
9
COVID
pounds.
today.
Everything else, pretty much a mystery.
I've been really
Even what they
tired since I
eat
got home from
is
my
unknown.
trip.
And the last in this
And
range,
other
marble
symptoms,
cat.
and
Pretty fucking cute.
I took a
Anywhere
COVID
between
test the
4
other
to
day. It was
11
negative.
pounds.
Took a COVID
Initially
test
thought to
today.
be
It was
related to the leopard,
positive.
little teacup
I have
clouded
COVID
leopard,
right
which I
now.
can totally see, but the genes said otherwise. This one's a real
Me
tree
too,
dweller. They are
Killa. I love her
extremely good
videos too.
climber. Head first down a fucking tree. That's
It's alright.
crazy.
It's a
They're
little
like
bit less
squirrels.
bad.
Its tail is almost as long as
I
its
just have,
body
like,
and holds it out straight for balance, like a tightrope walker. Marbled cats are
I'm
found
just like a
from
little
all
unwell.
Borneo, mostly in
Like
dense
the last time I
forests
had
and have a range
COVID,
of
it was really bad. There was really bad brain
12,000
fog.
feet
There was like
above the surface of
I
the
have like
earth. Mostly
the
found during
tiniest
the
tinge
day,
of brain
while the
fog, but
leopard
it's not as bad as my
they're
last
not
time.
strictly in the trees.
Like the
Sometimes
last time I had
they're
COVID,
roaming around,
and I was like
perhaps
tired.
in the
It was
middle
like
of the
it felt
road.
like it was a
They
week of
like
nonstop
bats,
sleeping.
rodents, primates, reptiles.
Oh,
even
thank you,
fish.
Tatterface, for
They
the
seem to
100
be
bits. I really
solitary.
appreciate
There's
that.
been
Thank
seen
you.
Pairs. Not sure if they were siblings or mates. That's about it on them for now. Next.
Though they aren't
the
directly
caracal
descended
branch
from
of
them,
family tree.
the closest
Some of these
species to the
members you're
saber-toothed
probably
cat is
familiar
allegedly
with.
the
I'm sure
clouded
you've seen the
leopard.
iconic
I'll have to
caracal
look them up.
and
I
the
don't know what a
strange
clouded
and
leopard
seemingly
is.
disproportionate
Thank you.
bodies
I'll
of
look
the
it up.
serval. But boy, oh boy.
Oh,
is there
those
more
guys
to
are
this
funny
lineage
guys,
than
too.
that. So, let's start at the beginning. The caracal line split off from the rest of the cat family about 8.5 million years ago. And then the ancestor
I haven't met
of the
Ali
species
outside of
alive
pictures.
today
That's
was
true.
about
That's true.
5.6 million years ago. Despite
Why
being
not
some
an
of the
erotic
lesser-known
reading of the
residents,
Fellowship of
this
the
group was
Rings?
the first
That would be
cat
like a
lineage to make
Batu
the jump from
punishment
Asia
for
to
me.
Africa, way before lions,
Do you know how many
cheetahs,
big
and
words
dogs
Tolkien
were
uses
showing up.
and how
This
many
time
elf?
we do have a
Can you
fossil
even
record
say it,
dating
elf?
back 4
Like
million
when
years,
an
mostly
elf
from
like
somewhere
has a
in Eastern
name,
Africa.
it looks like
But, as usual with the cats, fossils are mostly just bits and pieces.
where
i.e.,
is it?
Yes. Muddy as fuck. So it's hard to say
It
which
looks
ancient
like-
cats were direct ancestors of today's species. Before DNA testing, nobody thought to group these cats together. They look different. They live in totally
Did that
different
even make a
habitats,
word? No, it
just like
didn't.
the last group. But once again, the genes don't lie. Caracals, servals, and African golden cats are indeed close cousins. Let's start off with the caracal, the namesake of the branch. The very cute ear twists, very stunning in every single way. The name caracal is Turkish.
Like when
and
they
means
spell
black.
out elf
They weigh
names, they look
anywhere
like
from
that.
13 to 40 pounds. You get up to 4
Like,
feet
how am I
long.
supposed
They're
to
built
do
like
an
very
erotic
small
reading of
animals.
Lord of
They're
the
muscular,
Rings
long-legged,
when
with a
that's
head
how
that
he
is
spell
almost
elf
too small
names?
for their body. They're found all over Africa, the Middle East, and even into India. They're ridiculously adaptable. They thrive in the savannas, scrublands, dry forests.
I don't know
even
how to
in the
read
Ethiopian
stuff like
highlands
that.
at over 10,000 feet.
Still
The
getting
only places they
concrete?
avoid
It's
are
literally
true
COVID this
deserts
time.
and dense rain.
I don't know where I got it. I was
Polar
joking, by the way. I'm not actually
mostly
blaming Lyra. I have no idea
nocturnal,
where I
super
picked
solitary,
COVID up. It could
and
be at any.
extremely
I was out in
badass. They
public.
can leap over 6 feet straight up to snatch birds out of the air. And they'll take down prey up to 3 times their own size. Antelope, jackals, even young kudos.
How could
Birds
that
up
not
to the
be
size of
erratic?
Eagles, dude. And like a lot
I'm
of
also
cats,
sick
they'll
right
sometimes
now.
drag bigger kills up into trees to keep them safe from scavengers. If you know me, you might know my background before doing science communication was working with wild cats. I've worked with a caracal
Cool.
before. Her name was Aurora. She was very feisty, liked to hiss and spit. Didn't like people very much. Why would
That's
she? I personally
cool.
love when cats are feisty. Okay, next up, the African golden cat. If you've never heard of this one, you're not alone. It's easily Africa's most mysterious wild cat. The African golden cat lives in dense rainforests of West and Central Africa, and it's
So he kept
secretive
kissing
that
every
the
god
first
throughout
wild
the con.
photo
Now
wasn't
she's sick.
taken
Where's
until
it? No,
2002.
no,
Around the
that's how
time
I
the
got
bod
sick.
cat weighed 15
I don't know how I got
to
sick.
25
I could have gotten it
pounds.
sharing
Coat
ice
range from
creams.
golden to gray.
I could have.
Sometimes
Wow, what a
spotted,
cool cat.
sometimes plain.
Um,
They're solitary,
uh,
mostly nocturnal, or
He
out
looks
in
like a
the
Metal
twilight.
Gear Solid
They're
cat.
almost
Like
never seen by people. And they eat a ton of shit. Rodents, birds, monkeys, dikers, even pangolins.
oh, good
They're thought to compete with
night,
leopards for
bad
food,
player.
which is
Thank you for
pretty
hanging.
badass.
Thank you so
And
much. I
places
appreciate
where
it.
leopards are common,
Thank
golden
you
cats
kindly.
probably switch up their schedules to avoid them. And last but not least, the serval, my favorite of the branch. I've worked with many a serval in my time, and they are nuts. They are completely insane. In my opinion, they look nuts. They've got the longest legs relative to body size of any cat, huge ears, and their tail is just too small, in my opinion. Servals weigh between 15 to 40 pounds and can stand nearly 2 feet tall at the shoulder. They're found all over sub-Saharan Africa, especially in wetlands, reed beds, and grasslands. And they are rodent hunting specialists. They use those giant ears to pinpoint prey in the grass. And then they leap, sometimes over 10 feet in the air, to pounce or snatch birds
What a
straight out
cool
of flight.
stance.
Their hunting success rate is outrageous, up to 50% overall, and over 80% for rodents specifically. Bad day to be a rodent with a
Servals
serval,
are crazy
but
awesome cats.
they'll also
Don't they
eat
like
birds,
move like?
frogs,
I mean, I guess they did
insects,
move crazy, but like,
reptiles,
isn't that like what they're
fish.
known for? Is
So,
like how
from my experience
like
working with
liquidy
them,
looking they
tend
are?
to be pretty sensitive eaters. I don't know if that's a captivity thing, but they really like chicken. So
Well,
one
thank
thing
you,
across
Ritz.
the board,
Thank you so
they all
much for the
fuck with
resub of
chicken. Moving on
14
to the
months
next
with me.
split
Thank you.
in
Wow.
the line tree,
Seems
the
like I
ocelot
have
line.
a
One
sub
of the most
anniversary
diverse and
everywhere today.
successful
Oh
branches of
wait,
the cat family.
this year is
Not
half
one,
over already.
not
That
two,
is
not
wild.
three, not four,
It's
not
crazy
five,
that
not
2020,
six,
2025
but
is
7 species
is like
of cats.
we're starting month
That's right,
7
bitch.
already.
Buckle up. This lineage first split
It's been
from
a-
the rest of the cat
it's
family
been
about
a-
8 million years ago.
it's been
Originally
going by,
evolving
like,
in North America, but the real explosion
crazy
of
fast.
diversity
Like,
didn't
it's been,
happen
like-
until about 2.9 million years ago. when
Like,
their
I feel
ancestors
like it was
crossed a
just
newly
my
formed
birthday, and
Panama
now we're
land
already
bridge
in
into
July.
South America. This was a big deal at the time. This is what they call a biotic interchange. North American residents.
If you want a fun but
South
still
American
educational
residents for the first time.
video,
It's
check
like
out the
a wall
channel
of death.
Clint's Reptiles.
Ecosystems
Specifically his
got
videos
shut the
reviewing
fuck up.
Halloween
This allowed the
decoration
ocelot
animals.
lines to diversify to
That's
shift
like I made a
across
joke about
Central
those
South
today.
America.
Oh my god, yeah,
One
yeah,
weird
yeah,
thing
yeah,
that
yeah.
happened along the way.
Wait,
All
I'm on
members
stream
of
just
this
before where I was
lineage
saying,
have
oh, that's like
fewer
my
chromosomes than other cats.
like my Michaels. That's
Cats
not
have
like my
38.
Michaels
The
frog
ocelot
skeleton.
lineage
Because I
has
have one and
36.
it looks
This was
nothing
apparently
like
due to
at
two
all like that.
chromosomes fusing together at some
I
point
bought one because it was
millions of
funny. I
years
bought a
ago,
scorpion
in a way
too,
that allowed that
because that one's
mutation to
especially
pass
funny
down
because like
through generations.
scorpion
It's called
skeleton,
a Robert
it's not a
Stonewall
thing because they have an
translocation.
exoskeleton.
It
So
is not
it's
perfect
I
for
really
cats.
like that
Now,
it had a
let's move to
skeleton.
pets. Starting out with, you guessed it,
93
the
days
ocelot,
till
the
October.
largest,
Holy shit!
most
I gotta
well-known,
start thinking about my
most
Halloween
adaptable of
costume.
the group.
I didn't even
They're
think about
all
that
over
yet.
the place, with some found from
That's
Texas
so
through
soon.
Arizona, all the way down to northern Argentina. They like rainforests,
Yeah, scorpion
mangroves,
skeleton.
thorn scrub, even the mountains. They just like to hang out. They're solitary,
Yeah,
mostly
pretty
nocturnal,
much. I gotta
and
start
both
commissioning
excellent
stuff.
climbers and swimmers when threatened.
Alice cats on
Escape into
YouTube,
the
they're
trees
adorable
or go for a
chunkers.
quick
They use their
dip
tail
without
to beam off stuff.
hesitation. Ocelots
I
weigh
know what you're
between
talking about.
17 and 33
If I remember
pounds,
correctly,
and
there was like
nearly
one in like
5
B
feet long,
stars.
including the tail, which, for reference, is probably here if I were to be horizontal. They eat everything from rodents, monkeys,
Let me see how long there
birds,
is in this video.
snakes, and even
We're halfway through.
crabs.
I could pause it really quick and check out that Halloween skeleton thing. That sounds fun. Cool.
Well, hi
Wait,
there. My name is-
wait. Birthday? Hang on. Before we do this. Wow. This guy looks like a Star Trek man. Like, if you told me he was on the Forge Enterprise, I would believe you. Anyway, Harvey, it's your birthday? I'm gonna sing to you. Wait, did I see on break it was somebody else's birthday too? I think I saw that there was 2 birthdays. Hang on. I might have to scroll up. I think I saw it was somebody else's birthday too. Speak up if it was your birthday. I think I saw it while I was on break while I was... Yuri's! It was Yuri's! Oh my god, Yuri, are you still there? Yuri, you still there? Yuri? It was you, Yuri! Okay, it's Harvey and Yuri's birthday. Alright, I'm gonna sing to you too. Okay, let me get a sip of pee and we'll do it. Okay, let's go. Okay. I'm sorry it's gonna be a COVID song. You get the rare limited edition COVID birthday cover. Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Harvey and Yuri. Happy birthday to you. Woo, woo, woo. I hope that you guys don't get COVID and you have cool stuff to eat, a nice cake in your favoriteest of flavors, and you get all of the cool things that you want to happen today. I hope you get it all. And a very special COVID birthday song. Yeah, the COVID remix. The COVID mix. Clint has so much good stuff. Some might be too nerdy for Coke, but he covers so much. Okay, I'll be the judge of that when I see this video. This sounds funny already, actually. I'm really excited. So we'll see how this goes.
Clint Laidlaw. I have an
Limited
undergraduate
edition
degree
was
in
recently used by one of your friends
zoology,
to
as well as
describe
a
their moods
master's
after
and a
planning to get top
PhD in
surgery.
biology.
That's amazing.
I teach at university, as well as run a biology outreach center called
Hi,
Clint's Reptile
Rascallion.
in
Welcome
Springville,
in.
Utah, with my incredible wife, Leisha. And 2 years ago, a really
Oh,
awesome person
okay,
named Ira.
let's like take a look at these. Okay, first of all, dragon. There's a dragon one. That's gonna be cool. That's definitely not how a snake works. Like that part, like the part with the fan would not be that wouldn't be bone. And then this guy doesn't work on just the principal level. And then the armadillo, I wonder if that maybe is accurate. Would it have a skeleton underneath that? Or are the plates bone or are the plates not bone? Are they cartilage? Like really hard cartilage or something? Birthday bros. Yeah, birthday bros. Yo, Fury, good to see you too. Welcome in. Hello, I hope you're having a good evening. This guy's a Funko Pop? Whoa. Wait, oh, you meant he has some. I see them in the background. It looks like it's, not Lord of the Rings. The Thrones. It looks like it's, Lord of Thrones? What is it? Game of Thrones. It looks like it's Game of Thrones. Like a Khaleesi or something. And wait, Bob Ross? Hi, Defender. Welcome in. Armadillo skeletons do have plates. Are they made out of, like, bone though?
Brought in these two terrible...
That's like what the scorpion's like. This guy is a part of the same scorpion set. Because I saw the tarantula too. He had a rib cage. The tarantula had a fucking rib cage. Oh, thank you for the follow, too.
Animal skeletons to Clint's reptile room. And a movement was born. Well, this is now the third year that we have done this. And I'm honestly surprised how, with your help, new and dreadfully inaccurate Halloween decorations just seem to keep coming in.
Turtles. Gotcha.
And we have some real
He covers the frog and scorpions in one of the videos.
Most of them are even reptiles. This was a really good year for reptile skeletons. And even a couple of skeletons of animals that,
this is a really good year for reptile skeletons.
Like last year's mermaid, which promised to teach us a great deal about the biology of these strange creatures. And yes, the cat will make an appearance. It wouldn't be Halloween without it. Let's do this thing. This whole thing started with a bird. And this bird seems to have all...
That's what they make the plague doctor mask out of. Is this a hummingbird? Like, what is he? Is it a toucan? Like, what is it supposed to be? And also, like, it has, like, fully fleshed out feet. That's incredible. Also, Pixie, it's good to see you. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the 17 months with me. Thank you. Just got home from work. I'm sorry you got COVID, Cookie. Hope it isn't too bad. No, I'm already kind of like on the mend. I'm not well, but I'm better than I was that day that I streamed last time. Because I needed cough medicine for that one. I don't need cough medicine today, but I'm better today than I was that day. So I'm already on the mend, but yeah, I got COVID. How does a bone model also look like a goober? He looks like a. If you said these were from Super Mario World, I would believe you. That's how cute they are.
All of the same flaws as that bird.
Good night, Mr.
Namely
Debo.
that it has
I
bone
really
feathers
appreciate
on its
it. I
wings
hope you
and
get some
its
really
tail.
good rest.
Birds
Thank
don't
you for
have
hanging
that.
out.
They have a great deal of bone fusion in their wings and their tail, which is called the pygostyle, which looked nothing like this. And also that it lacks a keel on its sternum. This is, again, this isn't a surprising oversight. I've never seen them put one on a bird skeleton. But it does evidence that they never took so much as a glance at an actual bird skeleton before making this one.
They gave it wings with bones, I just noticed.
Why no keel? Hummingbirds have the largest flight muscles for their size of any bird. Where are those muscles going to attach?
Also, if it was a hummingbird,
it
would be like
massively wrong is
toothpick
the
bones.
exceedingly short neck that this hummingbird has. I normally don't get into counting ribs and vertebrae, but this hummingbird has 3 cervical or neck vertebrae. Hummingbirds, real hummingbirds, have 14 to 15 cervical vertebrae. Birds in general have
incredibly
super
off
long
model.
necks. Every now and then, you'll see one stretch out its neck, and it's truly amazing. Honestly, the ability of owls to turn their heads very far is much less shocking when you see what their necks actually look like.
I forgot about
all
those.
Feathers just kind of keep that a secret. Like with the chameleon from last year, it lacks the hyoid apparatus, the bones used to move the tongue. They're very thin and delicate. I'd be shocked if they put them on, but they're so cool. Hummingbirds have a long forked tongue that they use to lap up nectar. They don't suck up nectar with their beaks. Well, in hummingbirds, the hyoid bones attach to the tongue under the chin and then wrap all the way around the skull, coming over the top and then attaching to the skull at the base of the beak, right up here. It's not surprising that they were omitted, but it is unfortunate. One thing that they got right,
I keep getting freaked out by the little
is that
lizard
the
back there. It keeps
wings
looking like an
do
alien
not
to me.
really bend in the middle. Hummingbirds
See,
do
it looks
not
like a
fly
green
like birds.
climbing the shelf.
They fly more like
if you kind of like unfocus your
most
eyes,
birds
it could look
fly
like a
sort of
green
you
his legs
swim.
are
They have a
dangling.
hard downward wing beat that provides thrust and lift, and then they fall while lifting the wings back up. To minimize how much air they push up during the upstroke, they fold the wings in. So it's sort of like this.
You know what he sounds
folded
like?
Out.
If Tom Green had a smart brother.
Out. That's what most birds do. Hummingbirds do something
Like the way he
completely
talks, he
different.
sounds like Tom
They
Green,
use a
but
similar
off brand.
downstroke to other birds. But when it comes time to bring the wing up, they just flip it over and do another downstroke.
There's another
and this
person that
allows
does the
them
funny
to hover
documentary
for
things.
extended periods
There's
of
one on
time, fly
hummingbirds.
backwards, straight up,
Who
and
does the
generally
funny
just
ones?
do things that no other birds can do.
He
But
does
the
look like him
wing
too. That's why I'm saying he
stays
could be his
straight,
brother.
just like they depicted it here. Well, at least sort of like they depicted it here. As with years
He
past,
sounds
I'm
like him.
not
Like,
trying to
close
nitpick.
your eyes
Just
for a
discuss the
second,
things that
and it
is
sounds like
crazy
Tom Green
that
with a
they
cold.
missed, and highlight some of the things that they got shockingly right. And
Like,
this
picture
frog
that voice coming out of
skeleton
Tom Green's,
is
like, face. It
shockingly right.
works.
It's almost like, dare I say it, the person that made it actually looked at a frog skeleton. And I just want to compare it
Cool.
to last year's frog skeleton, which was a disaster. Okay, the main thing that last year's skeleton got
Frank?
right was the number
Oh, is it
of
the guy that
toes.
does the
5 on each hind limb and
like he
4 on each
completely
forelimb. Well, this
fucks it up.
frog
It's
got
like,
that right,
aren't they like
but,
15 years old? I think I know what you're
omitted
talking
the
about
bone
now.
webbing, which is a big improvement. Unlike last year's frog, but like actual frogs, this skeleton lacks both ribs and a sternum. This one had a huge giant ribs and a colossal sternum. So. It's a miracle. And it gets better still. Last year's frog had basically a
Oh, he's
human
doing video
pelvis.
still. I had no clue.
Frogs do not. The frog pelvis looks like this. It's long and skinny, not short and plate-like. Made up of 2 long ilia bones and a single Euro style in the middle. But what
That's why,
about the
okay, that's
thing
why my
that
model's
last
so
year-
long, like compared to all my friends. They said that the frog pelvis is very long. That's why I'm so tall looking compared to all my friends and stuff, you know? It's just science, guys, okay?
Year's frog got astoundingly right. The back legs. Well, shock of all shocks, the artist that looked at a frog skeleton got that right too. It's almost like it isn't that hard. Frogs, even both of these frogs, have a femur like you do. But instead of a tibia and a fibula, they have a single bone tibiofibula and then
A
paired tarsal bones.
tibial-fibula.
And these long tarsal bones are more accurate than last year's frog. So even in the place where they did the best
Beveled
last year,
pelvis.
this one's better. And unlike
Beveled
last year's
edge.
frog, they didn't just get the back legs right, but the front
Damn,
legs
girl,
as
you
well.
got a long
It's a Halloween miracle. The front legs have a
You
humor,
getting those
just like
Dabadoos
you
out
and
for
last
free
year's
for that
frog.
erotic
But
footplay
unlike
guy?
you
No, I
and
think he
last
moved
year's
on to the
frog,
next
but like real
stream.
frogs, they have a
Streamer.
single bone
Well, maybe.
radial ulna instead of a separate radius and ulna. And it even has carpal bones here in the hand. Last year's skeleton went straight from the radius and ulna to the metacarpal.
This is still cute.
Not a
Like
big
the
enough
fucked
error
up
to
frog is
highlight
still
last
cute.
year, but certainly something to celebrate this year. And though I wish that the holes for the eye
He shot him, he
sockets
was 12.
just
Oh,
went
good. Get
straight
rid of him.
through like in real
We don't
frogs,
need children.
this skull does look essentially
The stream is
like
for
a frog
adults. Get
skull,
the fuck out of
and
here if you're a kid.
not a toad with its eyeballs sucked out. This frog skeleton is welcome in Clint's reptile room. Thank
Ooh,
you so much,
He said it was
Bianca
pretty
Lewis,
accurate
for
this time.
sending this.
It does look
all the way
accurate
from
though compared to the
Australia,
other
which is
frogs.
pretty
Because when
cool.
you see frogs, it's like
We
that
wanted to
usually.
take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, Follow. Follow
That sounds like a
makes
Lord of
these
the Rings
really
ass
cool,
name.
They're not wildly inaccurate, especially seeing how stylized
cute.
this skeleton is. They couldn't hold their
Yeah,
hands
that's
like this, but they did in Jurassic Park. And that is where I think that they did all of their research. In fact, I don't even think they made it to the kitchen scene. I'm not even sure they ever saw John Hammond. I think the only scene that they watched was this one.
Look at the pubic bone, turned backward, just like a bird. Look at the vertebrae, full of air sacs and hollows, just like a bird.
And even the word raptor means bird of prey.
Because there was a part of that scene that really confused me as a kid in the world of before Google. Because when Dr. Grant describes Deinonychus, which he here calls Velociraptor for reasons that are described in our video all about it, well, I guess just listen to how he describes their feet.
Because Velociraptor's a pack hunter, you see. He uses coordinated attack patterns. and
Imagine
he's
going to
out
school
on
to become
force
educated on fossils and then have a side effect
And he
that
slashes
it
at you
ruins
with
the spirit of Halloween forever.
Fixation.
I know, that does suck. Or
claw,
like
like
toys or
razor.
anything like that. Like
On the middle
anything that
toe.
like is like gonna
Later,
be like
in the
accurate
kitchen
like
scene,
that,
when
you
we
know?
get a look at those feet, well, the
Oh, don't
reality
say it,
doesn't seem to match the
Martin.
description.
I hope you get some really good
But
sleep. Thank you,
somebody
and I will
didn't
kick
make it to
COVID's
the
ass.
kitchen
Thank you.
scene.
Have a good night.
Check out those feet. Not only is that claw cartoonishly huge, but look
I like
which
that it's like a
toe on.
rap-a-tap-a-tap.
They don't match. But if your whole skeleton was based on this one
Oh,
scene
good night,
of the
Buenos.
desert
I really
Dr.
appreciate
Grant,
it.
well,
Go get some sleep. And maybe
There
take
it
a
is.
COVID test just in case.
Let's talk next about this alligator skeleton, which identifies as a crocodile skeleton, but I'm pretty sure that's wrong for a few reasons. First, this skull
You took one, you're
makes
okay?
no
Okay, good.
place for the
Yeah, I took
forked
one and I was
lower
negative
incisor to
yesterday,
poke
but then
through.
I took one.
It is
Oh no,
much
2 days
more
ago.
the shape
And then I
of
took
an
it again today,
alligator's
just
skull.
in case.
But if you've
And
seen
it
our
came up
video
positive,
on the
so now I at
crocodilians,
least know I
then
gotta
you would know
quarantine
that
for a
it
few
could
days.
still be a caiman. However, if you've already seen that video, then you also know that the nostrils are not divided in the skulls of caimans. Not quite this much, but this much. And I think they're the only crocodilians with divided nostrils. Which, along with the head shape, also means that it's not a gharial or the other.
Those are those
gharial.
idiots that are
Even
in
though
Metal
the
Gear
teeth
with
on
the
this
little
guy
itty bitty
are
beaks.
more similar to gharials than to
It
alligators.
looks like their beaks
None
look so
of these
small. It
teeth
looks like it
seem to
wouldn't
go
even
in
like hurt.
sockets. In alligators, real alligators like this one, all of the bottom teeth fit into sockets in the upper jaw. But overall, this skeleton's really pretty good. I'm very impressed with their attempt to show the diapsid condition, which would
hurts
be
fish.
this hole here.
I mean, I'm sure
and
if you stuck your
this
arm
hole
in there,
here.
it could
Though the back of the skull
probably
should be
leave a
much
bite
longer.
mark or maybe take a
The
chunk out.
eyes
But
of alligators are about 1/4 to 1/3 of the skull's length from the back. Not pretty much all the way to the back. The
that
leg
reminds
and
you,
foot
I had a
anatomy is
dream
not
that
only
I found a
pretty
tiny
good, but
crocodile.
they get the toe
It kept
counts
following
right.
me and
5
biting
on
my
the
finger.
front, 4
I
on
tried
the
to
back.
put him back into the
Some
wild, but he
research
kept
happened.
following me, so I took
I'm
him in.
pleased,
And
and
then the
Dave,
dream ended.
I
That's
still
sweet.
love this skull. Thank you so much.
I'm so broken. That
But you know
color
what I don't
green.
love? Octopus skeleton. Still love this
Okay,
skull.
this color green. There's like a really good Yuri manga that's like the color of it.
Thank you
And
so
I
much.
thought
But
Yuri
you know what
as
I
soon
don't
as I
love?
saw that color.
Octopus
I'm so
skeletons.
broken.
But this one from last year at least redeemed itself by calling itself a skeleton octopus and not an octopus
Yeah, green Yuri.
skeleton.
Yuri knows.
Because
Green Yuri.
octopodes don't have skeletons. And the
I got
only
green
hard
Yuri on
part
the
of their
brain.
anatomy, the beak, was not even present on this abomination. So the
No
leading
beak!
hypothesis is that these
Beakless!
skeleton octopuses were created from the bones of
That
vertebrates
would actually be
by a
fucked up. Don't tell
necromancer
me that there's
somewhere.
actually
Fine.
a
But where
fucked
did
up
he get these
octopus
bone
trade where
suckers?
people
Well,
pick
this
up
year,
octopuses and
we
slice the
have
beaks off
a
and throw
new
them back.
skeleton octopus.
Is there
and
a
it
use for the
also has
beak?
bone suckers and no beak or siphon. But this
Beakless?
mantle
That reminds me in
has an
Final Fantasy
all-new
X when they're all
composition.
mean to the big
Last
blue
year's
cat,
octopus had
Kamari,
an
I think
angry
his name
face
is,
with
and they go,
skull-like sutures.
hornless,
The mantle was composed of
hornless.
a rib cage and a vertebral
I
column.
laughed so hard
Looked
at
quite
that
menacing.
fucking
This year's
part
octopus
because
looks like a
the
faceless
guy's
baby
voice
human
was so
skull.
goofy,
Except
going
well, I think
hornless.
about here. Until
It
I get
sounded
to
so
the bottom
stupid.
of the skull where it looks like a burlap sack that was tied off. I don't
Kamari,
really know what this fringe is for. Honestly, where is the necromancer getting these bones? I just don't think this hypothesis holds water. But you know what will?
Octopus skeletons
This armadillo!
are
Which
like
was
this.
sent to us by Stephen
of
Finette from
octopus
California.
Jesus.
It's hollow on the inside.
There's
and
octopus
honestly,
Jesus, Mikey?
despite the fact that armadillos are not hollow, they have a complete mammal skeleton in there. I have no problem with this. This isn't an anatomical model. It's a decoration.
Oh, it looks
I
like
think
it
it's
might
not
be kinda-
unreasonable to make it
Oh my God, there's no
anatomically
ribs
correct,
or
but only
anything.
with regard to the parts that you will see. And armadillos are some of my favorite mammals. They're on my short list of mammals that I
There's
would like
barely
to have
anything to them
here at
underneath.
Clips
I didn't
Town.
expect
and
that.
this one appears to be a 3-banded armadillo. There are 2 species of 3-banded armadillos.
I may
and
be
of the
hornless, but at least
21 or
it
so
wasn't
armadillo
killed
species,
by a
they're
dude
the
named
only ones
Seymour.
that I know
I know,
with
what a
3
terrible
bands
name
in
for
their
that
shell
dude.
articulation. They're also the only armadillos that can conglobate themselves completely. That is, that they can roll into a complete ball.
You put snacks in
Conglobate
them.
is
You could
just one of
definitely
those words that
eat
you
dip
should
out
use
of them
whenever
if you
possible.
flipped them upside down like a
These
dead bug.
conglobating 3-banded armadillos also have
You're gonna
a
crack
rather
your ding
short
dong
tail
like a glow
this guy.
stick.
But
That's
this head,
probably gonna hurt,
it
actually,
looks
Omega.
more like
You
that
might
of
not
a
want to do
9-banded
that.
armadillo that we have here in the United States. Many armadillos have long faces like
They
this
are
one,
cute, I
but
agree.
not
They look like little
3-banded
pig mice.
armadillos. And the
how
armor of
cute
the
he
head
is.
contours around the eye in a way that you don't see on 3-banded armadillos. So this is kind of a mix and match armadillo. Really what we have here is a shell. We've got part of the legs.
Don't touch him.
The feet,
Yeah, I heard that they have
the
like
tail,
STDs or something.
and the head.
Like, don't they
A
have
head that's from a
STDs like
different
koalas
armadillo.
have
Now,
STDs?
many years ago, someone at the university gave me this shell of a 9-banded armadillo. And one very cool thing
cool.
about it is that,
Boys have to
and
do
I
that once a
apologize
month
that it wasn't
to
cleaned
keep it from
perfectly.
carrots
You never
alive.
look a gift shell in the excess fascia.
Oh,
But the
good night,
cool
Timmy.
thing is that
Thank
from
you
the
for hanging
inside,
out.
you
I
can clearly
appreciate
see
it.
the
Thank you,
network
thank you,
of
thank you, thank you,
tile-like
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you,
osteoderms.
thank you,
The shell is
and
covered
see
with
you
keratin on
soon.
the outside,
Thank you.
but it has a bony interior, so I have no problem with it being included as part of the skeleton. But unlike turtles, which we will discuss soon, it isn't attached directly to the rest of the skeleton. Armadillos have ribs and a spine, but they're just inside of the shell. I suppose that it would actually be possible to remove the shell of an armadillo without killing it, but it wouldn't be easy or painless, and it would probably kill it, but not as much as if it were a turtle. The tail and the head also have armor, but it too could be separated from the skeleton, at least potentially. And again, I'm fine with it being left on this guy. And armadillos without their armor, I mean, they just look like small anteaters anyway, which really isn't that far off.
It's that guy!
But they're not aardvarks.
He's not one
It's
of
really
those
a shame that they didn't do a better job on the feet of this guy. Their front feet do have only 4 toes, so the claws are much larger for digging.
Cool.
And the back feet do
I wanna
have
make
this
him grip, like,
process
my-
off the
my
back,
finger
and they
or
do
a pen or
stand
something.
plantigrade with the whole foot on the ground. But their inner 3 toes, what Dr. Grant would probably call the middle 3 toes, but their inner 3 toes, they share one huge, almost hoof-like claw. It's a shame that this one doesn't have anything like that. The skull may be of the wrong species of armadillo, but it looks dang good. It even has teeth in the right places. This isn't perfect, but I think that if you went through the Google search history of the artist that made this, armadillo skeleton would actually show up somewhere. And that's really all that I'm asking here. You may already be aware that many of your favorite reptile YouTubers are coming here to Clint's Reptile Room for our grand opening on
That's
October
cool.
20th and 21st. You might even be
Wait,
aware
did you see the trailer
that
for
there's
this
going to be
Switch
a reptile
Tamagotchi
rampage
Plaza
of sorts.
Was there like a new
You
thingy? I know
might
that
not
there's a
be
Tamagotchi
aware
game coming
that
out.
there are still tickets available
jump ahead a
to
little
this
bit.
event. And
This is probably in the past
this
anyway.
one is the second worst one.
This is definitely
This one
bad.
is the worst.
I love it.
So
Oh, I
this
want to see what the worst one is.
is a 2-headed cobra sent to us by Katie Hergert from right here in Utah. And the funny
Hi,
thing is
Nightblade. I
that
have
the fact that it has
COVID.
2 heads
I took
is
2
not
tests.
one
I
of the
took one the other
problems with
day.
it.
It was negative.
Bicephaly, while
took another.
uncommon, has been
It was
observed
positive
many,
today.
many times in snakes.
And I'm pretty good
turtles,
though.
and
I'm
other
more on the
reptiles.
mend.
In fact, it happens
Like,
in all
I
sorts
felt
of
worse
animals,
the other
including
day.
humans.
So,
I have seen
I
photographs
still-
of
I'm
2-headed
not-
cobras.
I'm still
so the
sick,
fact that
but
it is a 2-headed
I'm not
cobra,
as bad as I was the other day.
not an issue. This happens. Usually as the result of an
The frog
incomplete
skeleton. Oh, they showed
separation
it already.
from what would have otherwise been identical twins. Or, more
Turtles are
rarely,
basically
the
fused with a
incomplete
shell, and
fusion of
armadillos
mono or
just have an
dizygotic
outer
twins,
shell on their back to
like
protect. That's so
what happened
cute.
with
I didn't
Dwight.
know that.
But the problem here is that this is not what
I
a
will not,
cobra's
thank you.
skeleton looks like. For one thing, snake skeletons have tons of ribs. Not quite as many as this one, but a lot. They stop right about here at the tail, so they don't just continue on all the way to the end. But they do have ribs. This snake only has ribs in its hoods. And the cobra hood is the ribs spread out. I think the likelihood of 2 heads sharing ribs like this one is small.
That's the worst
But
design.
this is
That's not
honestly
real.
one
You
of the
can't do
highlights
that.
of the skeleton. Well, this and the fact that it has a
It didn't
skeleton at all.
reference a
But the
snake at all.
skull
We didn't look
is
at science books.
terrible. It doesn't look like a snake skull. This is, once again, a snake, or I guess a pair of snakes, with their eyes sucked out. Snakes in reality have very delicate heads. These are incredibly burly heads. And their lower jaw is
COVID
not
is no
connected
longer a
in the middle,
novel
so
thing.
it can
Like in
stretch
2020,
wide open.
it became
when
a
they
regular
feed. We have
respiratory
a whole
tract
video about
infection.
it.
Like
This
flu, so it should
artist,
be milder.
I mean, at least
That's
they
what
took
I'm
the time
hoping.
to Google if
I
snakes have
think it might be.
skeletons,
I did
but they
get it
clearly
one time
stopped before doing any
beforehand,
kind of image
and I was on
search.
my ass for like 2
I just
weeks.
revisited
It was really
the
bad.
store where I got
But the
the
first week I
invisible
couldn't even get out of
snake
bed. I was just
skeleton,
asleep, and
and
like I was at my mom's house too. So at least like my mom was taking care of me, which is nice.
And now
but
that
like,
I've had my kitty for 2 years, I think that he
like
needs
she
a
made me
name.
soup and stuff, and
What
like
should we-
pot roast and stuff. It was really nice. But like,
What should we name my beautiful kitty?
well, that thing's like
While you
really
think about
fucked.
that,
Wow.
Let's take a look at the vertebrate skeleton of
Sorry,
another
that thing distracted me from my
invertebrate,
story.
shall we? This
but yeah,
monstrosity
this time
was sent
around,
to us by our friend Veronica. Like all of the spiders and scorpions.
Oh my god, that's really bad. And he look at him. He's like standing there, like he's waiting in line to like pump gas. No, but the first time I had COVID, it was really bad. I'm better now though. Well, this time around it's easier.
Scorpions that we've seen before. Butterflies are arthropods. This means that they have an external exoskeleton.
The wings
not
would
a
never
vertebrate
have bones in them
internal
because they'd never be able to fly.
endoskeleton.
Maybe
So a
Lyra's
butterfly
skeleton looks like
skeleton-
this, but
Well, it looks like a butterfly. I'm gonna be as charitable
Like a
as I
butterfly.
can. Let's go with your now
Fly,
defunct
fly, like a
necromancer
butterfly.
hypothesis. It doesn't hold water for octopi, but What about
Hi,
arthropods?
Buzz. How
Well,
you doing?
At best,
Thank you,
it looks like your necromancer
Yeah, and
doesn't
I
know what
took
a
a
butterfly
COVID test.
looks like. For one
Nice
thing,
try, Red Guy.
butterflies are
Nice
crustaceans
try.
in the clade
I took a COVID
Hexapoda.
test and found out I had COVID.
Hexapoda,
So,
for you non-Greek-speaking
it's
necromancers,
not
means
that bad,
6
but
feet.
I'd see how long the
Butterflies
quarantine period is and
have
stuff and figure that
6
out. But I'm feeling
feet.
better than I did the other day.
And each with their own leg, not 2. And butterflies feed with a curly proboscis that extends out into
That's really
essentially
funny.
a
He's got
straw.
like people
Not this.
legs.
This honestly looks like what would happen if tetrapod vertebrates, 4 feet, convergently evolved
It does
into
not
a
look like a
butterfly-ish
bug leg. It
form.
just looks like
all
people
tetrapods
legs.
with true wings,
Mothra
you can see that the
skeleton.
wings have formed from the forelegs.
Doing good.
We'll
Sorry
talk
about the
more
wing.
about
It's
that
all
soon.
good. Don't
Because
worry.
I
Oh,
only
thank
have
you.
4 creatures
Thank you,
left,
Nodens.
and only 2 of
It's
them
kinda like,
have 4 appendages.
You know,
The
part of the
other
risk
2
of going out
have
in
more.
public, you know.
But let's talk about my tortoise. He is also empty inside.
Empty on the inside.
I know that he is a
Thank you
he
also.
because that tail
Thank
is way
you,
too long to be
thank
from a
you.
female tortoise.
No,
I
Vicky,
can't tell
thank
if
you
the
very
plastron
much. I
is
appreciate
concave
it.
because
Thank you.
he doesn't have one. But like the armadillo, I'm okay with this. It's a decoration. I can see that it's a tortoise from the fact that it doesn't shed the scoots on its shell. But it's also not a tortoise, and I can tell that because of the way that it stands.
Yeah, another bolt,
Plantigrade
a
with
dip
the
bowl,
whole
exactly.
foot on the ground. Tortoises are digitigrade, standing on their
Okay,
toes
would you
like
like any soup
ballerinas.
to help with your-
Ballerinas with their ribs and vertebral column fused into a
If I
big
say
old
yes,
shell.
I'm just gonna
This
get
face
spammed with
is
soupy
also
emotes.
more box turtle. So apparently the makers of hollow-shelled animal skeletons like to create hybrid creatures. But once again, really isn't too bad. The scoots are pretty accurate in their shape and
That's what he says,
configuration.
scoots.
The skull is a reasonable approximation of what a box turtle skull looks like. The
As long as they can
stance
have an
is
ass
reasonable
that
for
will
a
quit
box
the
turtle,
butterfly,
though they
can
do have
have
one more
people
toe on
legs.
each foot. It's not perfect, but it doesn't bring
It just
great
looks
shame
like people
upon the
legs. Like, it looks
reptile
like he's in the
inhabiting
Jetsons or something.
This, on the other hand,
Oh, I should probably think. I think I
I
missed
have
a few
chosen to
gifts
call
in a few resets. Let me double check those.
Tribrachosaurus, because it can't seem to decide if it's a Styracosaurus or a Triceratops. It has the frill of a
Yeah, I want to look at the
Styracosaurus,
clouded leopard.
the facial horns of a Triceratops, and larger jugal spikes than either of them. And it has the neck of
Okay, I think
no
I got
neck.
all those. River,
It traded
thank
it
you so
for
much for the
jugal
sticker
spikes.
before too.
And it
Nodens,
traded
too.
2 of its toes on each foot for extra ribs in its lumbar vertebrae.
And Mr.
Which it
Rue,
also
and
gave to
also
the alligator that we looked
Manuel.
at earlier. I just
River,
don't know what's going
again,
on with this
thank you
pelvis,
for
but
the,
it isn't an ornithischian pelvis.
stickers.
If you want to know more
Jason,
about that
thank you
pelvis, check
so
out our
much
video
for
on the
gifting me
largest
stuff
and
about the
smallest
blorp
of each
shit.
group
I
of
knew I
dinosaurs
missed
from
one.
last dinosaur
Thank you,
December.
Decent.
And subscribe if you
And then
don't want
thank
to
you
miss our
also,
dinosaur
Blorch.
content coming out this
Oh wait, I did get
But
that one.
first, let's talk about this. This,
and thank you also,
I
Datterface.
believe, is a
I
griffin,
can't tell you
which
how
is
many
a
times I tried to
chimeric
set up an
animal
immaculate
like
and
our
thoroughly
Tyrannosaurus.
planned out
But in this
pedal
case,
board,
I think it's
and one
supposed to be an
singular
eagle
thing between
mixed
a
with a
dozen
lion,
pedals
isn't
where
it?
2 dozen patch
But
cables
I
isn't working,
honestly
and I ripped the
don't
whole
see a
fucker
lion
apart
in there.
just to realize
Maybe
I
no
plugged
eagle
in
either.
one thing backwards.
This looks like a falcon
It's the worst, right?
mixed with
I'm gonna
another falcon,
mess with the base
torso of
stations
a
and like
dachshund
I'll do it
or
the
maybe a
4x4
corgi,
like Lane
and the
was
tail,
suggesting,
I
and
suspect to be made
I'm
of
gonna
rough
figure it
horsetail
out.
plant.
And now that
Is
that's
that
like
a thing? I can tell
a
it's a falcon
possibility,
and not an eagle,
and then if
because it has
not, and I'll try like a
conial
fresh
tooth.
install of VR, and then
Kinda
if
this
not, I don't know if
tooth-like
it's just
projection
fucked or
here on the
something.
beak. Eagles don't have this. Neither do hawks, vultures, or any of their other close relatives. But falcons, which are more closely related to parrots and songbirds,
Implementer, thank you for the sticker before too.
and this
And
does.
thank you, Bob. You
Unlike
said frog time
lions,
is
it has
good time. Thank
anisodactyl
you.
feet, where the first toe points backwards.
How it's
and that
actually
is
made?
true for all 4 feet. So none of these feet come
that
from
like
a
where they
lion.
show the
Though
little
I suspect that
factory
the front
things?
legs above the feet.
Like a
I mean,
factory
that-
video?
That could be from a lion.
Oh, thank you
Lion with
for the sticker.
a tibiofibula,
Obviously, you're talking about
so
the
probably
skeleton
from
being
a
a
frog. That
baby?
said, I suspect that this skeleton isn't
Saber.
even
Also,
from
thank
a
you so much
real
for the
griffin.
14 months.
I
I
mean,
appreciate it.
Look at how they
Funny
attach the
prime
falcon
button
neck
go
to the
bird.
corgi body.
Thank you,
It's like they
thank you,
weren't even
Saber.
trying to hide that it's a frog.
And Dark Rebellion,
And
thank you also.
I
You
suspect
can
that I
literally
know
be
why.
playing
Look
Connect
at
the
the
Dots,
wings.
and we'll watch you.
Do you know what
We'll
these look like?
watch you because
They look
you're
like the
you.
wings
Thank
of
you,
an
thank you,
actual
thank you, thank you.
freaking
But I hate
bird. This
disappointing
has
people.
never been
Like,
done in the
that's one
history
thing
of
I hate
Halloween
doing.
skeleton decorations. If you were the first skeleton artist to actually
Thank you,
glance
Manuel.
at the skeleton of a bird's
Gonna head
wing,
to bed, but I'm
there
gonna
is no
keep you in my
way
ears.
that you would
So
want
you're the
people thinking it was just some
frog until
run-of-the-mill
I
everyday
sleep.
real griffin
I
skeleton.
do,
You
trust
would
me, I
want to
put
make it
frogs on to go to
clear
bed
as
too.
day
I understand.
that you did something
It's always a good
remarkable.
time hanging out with you
Something
and girls,
that
no matter
had
how much stuff
never
guys
been
get in
done
life.
before.
Thank you, man.
And
I
I
hope you
salute
get
you
some
for
really
it.
good rest.
But we
Thank you. I hope
can't
you enjoy
end
your
on
life.
that triumphant note. because
Thank you
we
for the follow,
have
boy. Welcome in.
one more hexaploidal vertebrate.
Lego's
and
X-File
this
set.
one has none of the telltale signs of being
Does
a
it have
fraud,
a gray
but
in it?
does
I
have
can't
something
have it if it has a
remarkable
gray in it.
that we've never seen
You
before.
never disappoint us,
This
Sonnet. Thank you, Evan.
is a dragon. And don't be discouraged by his diminutive size.
I appreciate
This
it.
is the real deal. This is
You're great in
probably
Soul
the
Boss.
realest
Elrod,
deal
thank you
dragon
kindly.
that I have ever seen. Well, other than the bone ears. We almost made it through one of these without running into any bone ears. The armadillo somehow avoided that ever so common pitfall of mammal skeletons. And given that mammals are the only ones with fleshy external pinnae, I thought we might be in the clear this
Auntie
year.
Double, thank
But
you for the
apparently
gifted sub
dragons
before.
have
I just saw
converged with
that.
mammals in this
And
way.
Mana, thank
But
you for the
theirs
43 months. 43
are
months,
bone,
baby.
probably often
Thank
mistaken
you
for
also,
extra
Rat,
horns.
for the resub.
We can tell because this
of
dragon
25
skeleton
months with me, thank you.
is the real
Almost
deal.
the maximum
Now,
number
what
with the
is it
world's best
exactly?
rock. Rat,
Well,
thank you very
the
kindly.
presence of the
Yo, Brad,
anthorbital
good to see you
fenestra
too.
suggests
Welcome,
that
welcome.
it
Hope
is
you're having a good
probably
evening, Brad
a dinosaur.
Ranger.
And its
Thank you
three
so much for the
feet
35.
and Saurischian-like pelvis
the
would
tear tail.
suggest that it is most likely a theropod dinosaur.
Oh,
But
and
this is
Harvey.
not a fossilized skeleton.
I just saw you gifted
so
me
how
something
did
on Throne.
dragons manage to
For
survive
VR
the extinction event
anti-nausea.
that killed
Thank
most of
you
the
so
other
much.
dinosaurs?
I
For
can't
that,
wait to see what it
I
is.
need
Thank
to
you
point
so
you
very
to
much,
the
Harvey.
reason that the other
And thank you
lineage of
also, Leo,
dinosaurs
for your
survived.
resub
If you
of
recall
12
from our
months.
video on this subject, the
Oh,
only
I have been
dinosaurs
drinking
that
water.
survived
Thank you.
the
And I'll do it
extinction
right now.
event
I'll
at
take
the
a
end
sip
of the
of tea.
Cretaceous were small, flighted, and
Good night,
big-brained.
Bill Rods.
Well,
Have a
this
good
creature
one.
is small. It has wings
you for the nice
and
words.
something else I will get to in a second that suggests
Thank
that
you
it
also,
can fly.
Jacqueline,
And big
for
brain.
the 24
Dragons are
months. I appreciate
notorious
it.
for their cunning. And if they're all really this size,
And
then
also,
not
DJ
only have they
Grimloki, thank you for the
convinced
200. I'm
humans
sorry I
that
missed
they're
this one before.
smart, they
Vanille,
have
the Indiana
convinced us
Jones
that
of Forgotten VTuber.
in fact huge,
Goods.
far
I'll say.
too large
Forky,
to fly,
dorky. Thank
that
you
they breathe
so
fire, do fly
Thank you for the
somehow,
5 gifted.
and
How you
destroy
doing tonight,
villages.
Forky? It's good to see you.
But the thing that convinces me
Welcome. I
most
thought I had
that this
COVID.
is a real deal dragon and no hoax is that it is impossible for the artists that make these Halloween skeletons to have made this.
Thank you,
Not only is
Alfred.
it small enough to fly, but strong enough too. It has a thing that these artists do not know to exist, a keeled sternum. And I'm just thankful that I've had the opportunity to share this truly unprecedented find with you. And if you want to see me do this again next year, it's
fun.
getting harder and harder to find new skeletons. So please
Hi,
help us out.
citizen.
We'll have an
Good
address
to
down
see
in the
you. Hello,
description.
hello.
As always, like and
Isn't it
subscribe.
fucking awesome?
and we'll
I
see you
love
real
it. This
soon.
is great.
Clint,
Yo.
I like your tie.
Thank you. I just switched into it from a regular blue dinosaur tie
Let's see.
to a blue
Thank you also, Geo Toaster, for the
skeleton
resub. Thank
tie.
you so much for the 24
Just
months.
for today.
2 years with the frog. Word
It
of the
does,
time.
does.
Go.
We can have a link to it in the
And
description.
thank you also
I
to. Oh, I
believe
got them
it is
all.
available
I got them all.
on
Okay, let me go.
Amazon.
Cool. Sorry about
Yeah.
those. I missed those. Was in VR. I'm so sorry. I was trying to troubleshoot and like be funny, and all I was doing was troubleshooting, and I felt really bad about that. But still, like, thank you also for the tier 3 and 35 months. I really appreciate it. Thank you very, very, very much. 28 months. 28 months. Let's go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you also for the game. I landed it properly. Thank you for that. Still, like, thank you. Still very, very, very much. For the 2 games. Do I play Roblox? If yes, can I friend you? Yeah, I like Roblox. But we're not playing Roblox right now. And isn't it a school night? Let's see. They're getting worse. Oh, here's another one. Let me know if this adjusted too much. Coyote
Well, hi
Peterson.
there.
I think I
Last
did
year,
actually.
I
We
thought
did watch
for
those.
a moment that I had reviewed pretty much all of
No,
the
it's not school
skeletons
night.
that were out there. I thought that it was going to
Are
be
you
the
out of
final
school?
year of this wonderful and terrible tradition. I just couldn't find many new ones. But after we filmed last year's video, all of the stores started getting in all sorts of terrible skeletons.
Oh, school's over by
I've
the
just
30th.
been
Oh, is
looking
it summer
too early in the
vacation?
year. So I went ahead and got several skeletons last year. Honestly, I have more than I can cover today. I think the future is bright for this dark and dreadful annual event. So let's take a look at what I have. Many were also sent by you guys, and I can tell you that one of them is gonna let me use one of my favorite words. But I'm gonna have to start
Oh, I
with
can't
this
wait to see where this
monstrosity.
goes.
Obviously, I have a lot of these. You guys are so amazing. Seems like every time somebody came into the reptile room, they had a new skeleton snail for me. So Here is my
Oh my
collection
god,
of
the
terrible
snails!
Halloween snails.
Holy!
They're the worst. Though they do have a few
Holy-
redeeming attributes. And I'll start by saying that this both supports
Hi,
and
welcome
refutes
in.
the
Welcome,
ever so
welcome,
popular
welcome,
necromancer
welcome.
hypothesis
How
of
are
these
you
skeletons.
doing?
I think that this is obvious,
Alright.
but snails do
Let me
not
know
have
what you were up
internal
to in stream.
skeletons.
I gotta take
And
care of
unlike
something
many
really
of the
quick.
arthropods
Alright,
that we've
listen.
seen in the past, they don't have an exoskeleton
I
either.
gotta
though
pull the
they do
trigger
have
on
a
this.
shell.
I'm really
Like
sorry.
the octopuses
I
that we
believe
have
you are a
looked at over the
child and
last
you're not
couple of
supposed to be here.
years.
Get out of here.
Snails
please.
are mollusks. So the closest thing that they have to a hard
I feel
skeleton
bad.
of
They
any
seem
kind
nice, but
is
we
their
don't
shell,
hang out with
secreted by
kids.
the mantle, and their hydrostatic skeleton, which is rigidity derived from fluid pressure filling a compartment in the animal, not
Two
from
children
hardened
tonight.
structures
Two
like
of
we
them.
see, well, here. So once a snail
Come on,
dies
that
and
was
its soft
stream. What
tissues
were you
decay,
up to
generally all that
today?
is
It's
left
really good to see you.
is the
Hello,
shell,
hello, hello.
which is an
I'm actually watching like
asymmetrical
fun
spiral.
little animal videos.
And you see
stuff
that
right now.
here.
And I found I had COVID. I got COVID today.
Human face,
Not
which is
today,
cool,
but I've been
obviously not found
with
on real
it
snail
since I got back from off.
And it's the thing that somewhat undermines the necromancer hypothesis. Where is a necromancer going to find a skull with a right-handed whorl, or a shell with a skull face? And they join together too seamlessly to be any sort of an
Yeah, I
amalgamation.
feel bad.
But
I feel
do want
bad,
to
but
point out
I don't
that the
make content for
right-handed
kids,
whorl
and that's a hard
is
line.
very
I
accurate.
feel bad.
The
I gotta
vast
do
majority
it,
of
but
snails whirl this way.
kids
So these
shouldn't be
two
listening
snail
to the
shells,
shit I have
for
to say.
example, are both right-handed snail shells, which again is the very, very common form. And it
Yeah, I was
has
trying to see
do
if he fully
with
did or not, but
if
I'd
the
rather
point
just
of
not
the
risk
shell
it, because
is
like
up,
I saw someone
which
ask
of
him the
your
grade and he
hands
didn't answer
you
that,
could
so I think he
insert
kind
into
of
the
wised up
opening
to
and
it.
have it
So I was just like,
curve
let's just
along
not.
the
He
curvature
can
of the
send
shell. So this one I could reach in
he can
with
send an
my right
unban
hand,
request and prove he's an adult
but
and get back in,
if I
but we gotta
flipped it this way so
pull
that
it
opening
on
is
for
there,
now.
my left
It's better
hand
safe
wouldn't
than
go
sorry, you
into
know.
it. It could go in, but it doesn't curve the right direction. And so this is a right-handed snail shell. As
He
is
got
this
stuff
one.
to learn
If
before,
I take
like,
the point
you
and
know.
put it up, I can curve
He's
my
got
hand
like
easily.
he got kid
my
brain.
right
You gotta go
hand
learn
into
stuff,
the
you
whirl,
know.
but my left hand doesn't go into it. That makes this a right-handed snail shell, and this is a right-handed snail
What a
shell.
cool
So most
skeleton.
snails are right-handed, which is very beneficial when it comes to mating. But interestingly, many snail-eating snakes have asymmetrical jaws to assist in the
this
removal
snail.
of right-handed snails from their shells. And in places where
This is a
such
really
snakes
cute
are
snake,
common,
though.
the proportion of left-handed snails
Ew,
is
that
often
snail
higher.
juice.
I think it's pretty clear by now that these skeletons are, in general, anything but brilliant. However, the sponsor of today's video is Brilliant.
Look at that.
Brilliant is an interactive
I hope you
learning
get,
platform that teaches you math, programming, data
hope you get
analysis,
some really good
and more
sleep.
through
Thank you
hands-on
for hanging.
problem
Thank you for
solving.
the very nice words.
Unlike traditional lectures,
Thank you for
Brilliant
everything.
makes learning
Go
active,
get some
engaging,
sleep, Penny. I hope you
and
have a
fun.
good stream tomorrow.
Their first principles approach helps you build knowledge from the ground up by letting you experiment with real-world concepts
Thank
in
you
a way
guys for the
that's
hype
proven to
train,
be
too.
more effective
We
than
got
just
Mopon
watching
today. I
videos.
didn't get to see.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Whether you're
Were you
solving
playing anything
algebra
today, Mopon?
problems, exploring data science, or learning how to code, you'll be developing critical problem-solving skills along the way. And the best part? Brilliant fits into your life. You can learn in minutes a day, anywhere, right from your phone. It's a powerful daily
another
habit
ad.
that helps eyes and
we
the
go.
equivalent of a nose. That's just not where they are. These right here are
The
the
diddly
eyes at
buzz,
the ends
I
of the eye
believe, is the
stalks, which are
scientific
actually
word.
tentacles called omatophores. As for the
Oh,
nose,
metaphors.
it's not even on
Like,
the head.
oh,
the breathing hole,
metaphors.
called the
Ah, yeah, I remember
pneumosome,
those.
is about right here and leads into the mantle
That's
cavity where the
rude.
lungs are located. So the breathing hole, again, is right there, but that isn't where they do their smelling.
What's a
They
metaphor?
smell
And
with this lower pair of tentacles. So their smelling is right here.
if I had
So
milk
why
and
it has a
cereal,
second
is
nose
the
and
milk
extra
now a
eyes,
beverage, broth, or sauce?
it's beyond me. Anyway, the shell is fine, except
Broth.
it has a face on it. And the head is fine, except it has a face on it. And
It's
part
a
of the
broth,
foot,
'cause
which
now it
is
has
this
food
whole
particles
part
in it.
here,
Because if you
it's
put
fine,
food
too.
particles in a beverage,
if
you
just
dump that
saw
down the
this snail
drain.
from the back,
If you put
it
food
looked
particles
like
in a sauce, you start the
anatomically
sauce
pretty
over.
good model
Or it
of
becomes a
snail.
chunky sauce.
But from the front,
So I'd say broth,
it's a
because
total
you
train
gotta,
wreck.
the
It's
liquid
like a
part of the
reverse
sauce has
mullet.
to be more
business in the back,
thicker.
bones and faces that
Cereal
it doesn't have in the front.
Yeah, cold soup.
So the top
Right next to
of this
gazpacho.
foot looks like a vertebrate skeleton with osteoderms, like you'd find on a crocodile.
You love milk and
then
cereal?
ribs poking
Really,
out of
Mikey?
the SOUTHSIDE.
will it be offensive to you if I say
It's a
I
train
use
wrap,
water in my cereal because I don't
but
like milk?
maybe not the worst
Or
train
I
wreck
just
of the
I
day.
eat my cereal
Please tell
dry,
me
but when
which
I want
one you
it
thought
like
was the
not
worst
dry,
train
I
wreck down in the comments.
uh,
But anyway, let's take a look at
water.
another skeleton that I have more than one of.
Mikey, do you think that that's
This
offensive?
duck. And we'll look at this duck too, just to get all of our
I
ducks in a row.
see you guys
So
think it's
these are
offensive. I don't
just
think it's that offensive.
dreadful, but in
What do you
surprisingly
mean?
different
Oh,
ways,
what?
which
Cookies.
just
Then
goes to
I
show
use
that
water
there's
in my
more than one way to
cereal
mess up
sometimes
a
instead of
duck.
milk. I don't like milk.
I think maybe I'll start
Milk
with the teeth.
can be used as a
This
baking
one has
good,
teeth.
and
Two
I don't
birds
actually like
this
how
went
milk
extinct
tastes. It's
66
gross.
million years ago. And even when they did
It
exist,
could be like a splash of
don't they
splash for
have
coffee, or
central
like
teeth?
when you have a
So
latte,
that's
it becomes a
weird.
different thing,
But just to
kind
be
of,
fair,
sort of, right? Because there's
mergansers
more
and
milk or
many
whatever.
of the
But
other anseriforms do have
water in
serrated
cereal's
bills
it
that
ain't
look
when
a
you do
bit
it once,
like
dude.
teeth, you know, even
Just
though
do
they're
it
not.
once.
So maybe this
Ain't
is
that
some
weird.
sort of wide-billed merganser. But this
You're not
duck
offended.
skull,
You're just
it's
concerned.
honestly fantastic.
You
That isn't to
know.
say that the whole duck
I don't
is,
need your
because,
concern.
in some ways,
No, I
it's
love
worse
mommy
than
milkers.
this one.
That's the thing, is I
But
love them.
this head, it looks great. This little space right here,
Pour iced
that alone
coffee
is
in your
enough to
cereal.
tell
I've
me
done that
that
before.
this artist, at some point,
Lactose intolerant?
looked
No,
at an
I can
actual
eat all the
duck
milk I
skull.
want. I can eat all
And
the
that
ice
is
cream I
so
want.
much more than
Sour
I can say
cream.
for the
You
vast
can bring it.
majority of these skeletons.
I'm fine with
Also,
I'm
the
fine with
feet,
lactose.
ignoring the bone
I'm
webbing,
lucky. I don't have any
they're
like
pretty accurate. They
like
don't look
food.
like skeletal feet, but
I
they do
have a
look
very
like duck feet.
mild food
3
allergy, but
webbed
that's it.
front-facing
All other food
toes
agrees with
and
me. I'm
one
fine.
unwebbed hallux coming out the rear. And the good doesn't end there. The
In the
basic
streamer?
shape
No!
of this duck.
What are you
Pretty
gonna watch if
accurate.
I get
This
banned?
neck is a little bit short. Birds almost always have
Boids.
much longer necks
The
than you think,
boids.
but it's otherwise a very reasonable representation of a duck neck. This right here is honestly one of the best parts of the whole skeleton. This is a furcula, a fused clavicle. And the
Fused?
duck
That sounds
furcula
so
does look very much like this,
good.
because this artist has seen a duck skeleton before. And this pelvis is not bad. I mean, for one thing, this duck has a pelvis. This one's not so lucky. And this is pretty much the right shape. It does appear to have some ribs coming
No
out of
bidding,
it, which
my
pelvises do
Cookie
not
Latina
have.
Princess Cookie.
But
I love you.
the
Thank you,
pubis
thank you
bone
very
in
much.
ducks
Thank you.
does protrude
Even
out
though I
a
don't
bit
like
like
milk.
this. So I'll give
Has
them the
no chest,
benefit of the
therefore
doubt
hates
that
milk.
this
That's
is what
not
they were thinking
true.
to make. I guess what I'm saying is that this duck is pretty amazing in many ways. This artist has clearly seen a duck skeleton before, which in some ways
actually impressive because it
makes
doesn't
a
look like
few of
it
the
is what a
structures
duck skeleton
even
would
more
look like.
outrageous than they would otherwise be.
I don't
While
want to
so
be
much of this
force-fed
is
milk.
right,
That's just like the worst thing ever.
basically everything associated
That
with
just sounds
flight
like Puke
is
City.
either wrong or missing. I'll start
Reporting
with
her
the
for
wings.
showing
Bird wings are
condoms on
almost
stream
always an
network.
outrage with these skeletons, and
Darling, you can drink the milk for me.
things start out okay. I mean, here's the scapula, here's the humerus, and at this point right here, we should have 2 bones. The
My
radius
favorite
and the
frog
ulna,
really is
but
F tier.
instead
Did you
we
ever
get
think
a
that milk
single
is
bone radial
disgusting?
ulna.
You
Not
ever
the
think
last
about
one
that?
We'll see today. Though at least one will actually be on an animal that actually has a radial ulna.
Thank
but
you,
ducks do not.
Nefetes.
But
It's
that's
okay,
not
Cookie.
The worst part of the
I
wing.
still like you, even if you were
Listen,
objectively wrong
in
about how
birds,
you eat
carpal
cereal.
and metacarpal bones are fused into a structure called a carpal
Yuck yums.
metacarpal,
Why are you guys yucking
which
my yum?
doesn't look much like this. And while it does have 3 reduced fingers attached to it,
I mean, it's like most of the time you
they
can
don't
just
look
eat it
like big
dry
old
though,
bone
but
feathers.
like
one comes off the end.
if you have
sort of
time
like
and you don't
this
have to take it to
one, but
go,
one
you
comes
can
off
sit
more
down
in
and
the
have it
thumb
with water.
position, and
But
one
like you can obviously
that's
eat it
just
dry
very
if you gotta
tiny
like take like a
comes out
Ziploc
from
bag
kind of
with
down
you.
here. They do not look like bone
I don't
feathers.
drink milk plain,
So I don't know how the
but
same
I'm not a
artist
monster
that created
cookie. I
so
use
many
milk with
good
cereal.
duck features produced this terrible wing. Though it
Milk's
is better than
nasty,
this
though.
monstrosity, where we've got a scapula,
Do you drink it at the
we
end
got
too?
a humerus, we got a
It's alright to be
tiny
wrong. I'm just teasing.
radial ulna,
Damn well no way.
and then these giant fingers. No sign of a carpal metacarpus at all, unless this is
Do you
it,
drink
in which
almond
case
milk?
it has no
Almond milk's
humerus at
alright.
all. Plus it has ribs
I liked
all
oat milk.
the way to its
I thought that
tail,
tasted better
which
than
gets
regular
me to the
milk.
2 things about this duck that are clearly better
I
than
like
this
that the duck has
First,
teeth.
This duck has a tiny little fused tail, and just
I have a tiny
one
little
of them,
fused tail.
like almost every other vertebrate to ever live on this planet. On real ducks, this single tail, called a pygostyle, is a bit longer, but there's just one of them. Not 3!
That's so
3
cute.
tails! A trigostyle!
It's so simple.
Not the most tails that we'll see today.
Hi,
but way too
Auntie A.
many
Welcome
tails.
in.
That might
Used to
be
be told
the
my
worst
parents to
feature
finish
on
the
this
milk of my
duck,
sister's cereal to not
but
waste
it does
it.
have a
The
rival.
backwash
The
carried me
ribs
for life.
of this duck are connected by a sternum.
Why are you
Real
getting
ducks have a
punished for your
sternum as well,
sisters?
but this
That's
duck
fucked.
does not.
I'll pour a
No
glass
sternum,
of water and eat
which is
my
bad
cereal.
enough. But ducks don't
but I
just
won't
have
pour water
sternums;
in.
they have gigantic keeled
Yeah, okay,
sternums that provide
that's fair,
massive
Bongo.
amounts of surface area for their flight muscles to attach. Both
You
the
should try
muscles
those
that pull the
sometime.
wing down and those used to raise it back up. But this duck, no sternum at all. But good news, this deep sea anglerfish has a sternum. Bad news though, ray fin fishes do not have sternums. But it gets worse because
Whoa.
anglerfishes do not even have
He's
ribs.
like so much.
They
He's all
eat
skull.
really huge meals with their
All skull and no
giant
tail.
mouths, which are actually, in many cases, considerably larger than this one. Anyway,
You don't mind at all?
anglerfishes
Alright, yeah, I'm
huge
just saying.
meals,
Sometimes, like, water
and
and
ribs would be
cereal
a
goes hard.
problem, just like they would be for puffer fishes. The
Yeah,
good thing is
angler.
that
It's literally
neither of
angler.
those fishes have ribs. This one does, though. And like puffers, and likely for very similar reasons, anglerfishes also lack
Oh yeah, I
pelvic
should
fins.
probably tell you
Real
guys, since
anglerfishes will have an
I'm in
anal
2D,
fin,
I could
and
actually show
this
you
one does
proper.
not. This dorsal fin
I had a
back
big
here,
announcement
it actually
today.
looks pretty good, and they often have one that is located far back like this, so that's not too bad. The other two fins, this caudal fin and these pectoral fins, are in the right spots, though they do seem to have a lot of
I mean, aside from
large
me,
finger bones, sort of like a whale, except
the
also
aside from me saying my announcement is I have COVID. And
that
let's
is
pause him just one
instead-
second. We'll get back to this guy in a second. I like him a lot. But I actually had a big announcement today. I got to do some voice acting recently. Not just any kind of voice acting, but actually I do know someone who does something even worse with their cereal. I have a friend from college who puts ice in their cereal with milk. Ugh. Ice. Like I guess watering down milk would be the way to do it at least, but ugh. Who made that as a command? Mods, thank you! Exclamation point Zaz. Look at that. Thank you, Mods. I don't know who did that, but I really appreciate that. Oh, which one of you guys did that? That was way earlier in stream. Thank you so much for that. Nolan, thank you also for the 100 bits. Proud of you. Thank you. Loft did it. I gotta thank Loft later. That was really kind. I didn't even notice that was a command. Aww, that was really nice. Anyway, I'm happy to report I get to voice the main character in this. Basically, like I think the way I was explained, there's like a feminine voice and a masculine voice, and I provided the feminine voice if you choose that one. So I play Ito, and Ito is well, I don't want to give away the plot, but it's gonna be like a fun little compelling little story, and it looks really fun, and I want to show you guys the trailer. You can kind of hear me in different parts. Like the yawn in the beginning isn't me, but when you hear Ito fighting, those are my grunts and stuff. Thank you guys. That's not me, but the rest of the little things are me. Yeah, you hear that? Whoa! That's my anime boy voice. Was it fun to record? Extremely! Extremely fun to record. You can't wait to play it? You're gonna get it? Oh, thank you! That's me, I'm the main character. That's me too. I made a lot of noises. Oh yeah, you'll see like it's very big on like Hispanic cultures too. I saw Timmy clock that there was mofongo. That was one of the first things that I clocked too. You bet this character doesn't put water in cereal. It's called The Town of Zaz, and I don't know if it has a release date yet, but it is on Steam, and you can wishlist it in the meantime. And I plan to play it on stream when it comes out. They said they wanted to capture some Akira Toriyama in the art inspiration. Hell yeah! I love it. It's got like such a cute style and stuff. I'm really, really, really excited. And it was a big, big, big honor to be able to provide the voice for like the main character. Like, what the hell? I got to be a main character, which is really, really cool. And I also did the voices of a couple additional like side characters. But it was really, really, really. It meant a lot to get cast for something like this, and such a cool project, and it looks beautiful. I'm really, really excited. So yeah, I got to voice the main character in this one. All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and get back. Wait.
Go wherever.
Oh no, wait, not this
Whatever.
one. We were doing this one.
Instead of the fin rays that would actually
you
be present in ray
guys.
fin fishes. And this is also something that I've noticed about angler fishes specifically. So this is
Oh,
the
I don't know if I'll get a
spine
free
right
copy
here,
or not.
and in
Probably,
actual angler
most
fishes,
likely. They usually
that
like when
spine
you work with
attaches
companies.
very
Usually
high
look,
up
yeah.
on the skull, not down here like on this one. But I would be remiss if I didn't spend a moment.
Thank you, Preston. I'm
talking
feeling
about
better.
This structure.
Sorry, it was just like
this lighted
you know
lure
when you hit too
called
many
the Elysium.
like
it's a modified
roadblocks in a day, and then you
spine
just
from
kind of
their
like
dorsal
shut down
fin
a little
that
bit.
has
It kind of
shifted
felt like
forward
that.
on
Like I was
their
like, oh,
face,
of
often
course,
all
the thing I was
way
looking
up to
forward to all day
basically
that was
the edge
like
of
getting
the
me
mouth.
through the
They
day.
have
There's
5
stuff with this, and I can't even
pairs of
use VR, and then the
muscles
headset
that move it
headset
up
shut
and
down.
in order to lure prey.
And I was
Many,
having a very
such as
nice
this
time,
one, have
like,
a luminescent organ.
I was
at
having a
the
very
end
nice
of
time with the girls, and we didn't get
called
to
an
talk about the
asca.
Disney stuff
The
yet, so we get them all
illumination is
again.
caused by symbiotic
Thanks for voicing our
bacteria
main
that are
character, but we
housed
still
around the asca. The bacteria are so
No,
specialized to
it's not like
living
that. Like
in an
some,
anglerfish
most of the
around
time,
asca
they give you
that they
like
have never
a copy
been
of it.
found anywhere else. And many have
The features? Well, no, I don't know what that is.
reductions in their own genomes, making it so that they can't even illuminate themselves outside of an anglerfish. Which means that they've become dependent on the anglerfish's nuclear genome for some of the products necessary to perform their primary function. And I should mention that this is a female anglerfish. And I know that for reasons that we explained in this video. So we've now looked at the sternumless skeleton of an animal with a huge sternum and a sternum-possessing skeleton of an animal with no sternum.
I just drink water,
or
thank you.
ribs.
Yeah, I've been drinking water.
But this is a skeleton with a sternum
And it's
of an
painted.
animal that has a sternum. They also have bones between the sternum and the pelvis called gastralia,
despite the red
which
box.
aren't present here.
Oh, thank you.
But I'm still dang
Thank
happy
you, Red
with
Guy.
this.
I
This is
appreciate
an animal
it.
with a sternum that has a sternum.
Thank you so
You have
much.
to celebrate the wins. And
It's
articulated
it's
skeletons
going
of
okay right now.
dinosaurs that had gastralia in museums, they don't always have them. I might go as far as to say that they usually don't have them. So, this is a win. But the wins don't end there. This appears to be an alligator. It even says that it's an alligator on the tag. And all of the teeth on the bottom jaw have sockets in the top jaw, or at least are not visible when the mouth is closed. The skull is a touch tall for a modern crocodilian. They're more dorsoventrally compressed. And the skull is a bit short, because it just kind of ends after the eye. Thus, the ears and brain case are missing. But the lower jaw does show the mandibular fenestra, which sends the message that
Mandibular.
the artist
It's a really good word,
may
the
have looked
mandibular.
at an actual
Yuri, green Yuri.
crocodilian skull at some point. Though with the back of the skull missing, and
The color's just
seemingly
gonna remind me
covered
of
in
Yuri
mummified
forever
skin,
now.
there is no evidence of the superior or inferior temporal fenestrae, characteristic of diapsids. And it's just as well that the brain case is missing, as the spine seems to attach at the back of the lower jaw, so the brain wouldn't be connected to the rest of the nervous system, even if it has one. This right here is where the spine actually attaches, and this little knob right here is called an occipital condyle. It's where the skull articulates with the first cervical vertebrae. Crocodilians and other reptiles such as birds just have one occipital condyle, whereas amphibians and synapsids like mammals have two. Of course, we can't see if this guy has one because of all the mummy skin, which is also present here on the vertebrae as well as the scapulae, the pelvis, and the femora, and also on the bottom jaw, but not on other parts of the legs or the ribs. While we're talking about legs, these aren't terrible. I think there was some attempt made at a radius and ulna as well as a tibia and fibula, though the back feet do have too many toes on them. There should only be 4 on each back foot. There's no sign of bone webbing, which actually, given all of this mummified skin, might actually be justifiable on this skeleton. As for this pelvis, it's not bad. In actual crocodilians, it does sort of hang down below the vertebrae like this, and the pubis bones do look a little bit like this from the side, though they do curve towards one another. They don't just come out straight like this. But I still think this is evidence that this artist may have looked at an actual skeleton.
You can also make Dot Monster redirects for whatever now too,
and
if
it
you
lacks
ever
the
need to.
large spines
Thank you
present
so
on actual
much,
crocodilians.
Severine.
And I don't know what this spear point is supposed to be.
There you go. So you can click on that and find out more about Zaz.
Not the worst we've ever seen.
Did I know
I would argue that it's better than last year's
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very
Let's
much.
pause for just a second to look at this
I'm
skeleton
sorry you
pumpkin
guys saw me upset.
before we move
Like
on
I said, it was just a
to
couple of
this
roadblocks
terrifying
today.
rabbit.
And, you know, I got something else
It's
deeper
a
bothering me
skeleton
right now.
pumpkin! And obviously, pumpkins do not have internal vertebrate-style skeletons. But I see nothing about this that's all that unrealistic. You wouldn't need to be a necromancer to make one. Just a weirdo with an interest in the macabre.
Thank you.
With a couple of vertebrae, some ribs, and a pile of metacarpals, metatarsals, and phalanges. And if you are such a person, can I please interest you in becoming an artist that makes some better Halloween skeletons? I mean, look at this rabbit. I don't know where to start.
Wow, the little tail on him.
All right, I will. They're terrible. I'll start with the skull. And let's ignore the bone ears. Honestly, if this didn't have bone ears and a bone cottontail,
Oh yeah, the ears wouldn't be bone
have
either.
any
That's
idea
right.
what
I
this
forgot about that.
monstrosity was supposed to be. Looking at the
I don't think
legs
that's what
and the
rabbits
way that
sound
the
like.
tail moves,
Although I always had
I
quiet
would
rabbits.
guess that this is
Wait,
normally a
Harvey, is
dog
that what
skeleton.
rabbits sound like?
I don't know what that sound
They
is.
sound like a whimpering
Though
puppy.
it does sound a bit like a screaming rabbit.
Oh, he's so distressed.
We have a ton of freaky
He
moving
go
and
bwee,
screaming
bwee,
skeletons
bwee,
this year. I'll be
bwee.
sure to show you
He
all
go
of their
bwee,
terrifying
bwee, bwee,
abilities at
bwee,
the end.
all the way
But
home.
this is a real rabbit skull. This looks more like a hairless rabbit mummy than a skeleton. But these teeth are interesting. I will give
You
them
thought that
credit.
was me for a
Rabbits
second?
only have incisors and cheek teeth.
It
And
wasn't me.
this only has incisors and cheek teeth.
Is that what you call
But
them,
they
the
do
predators?
have
I know it'll alert
incisors
the
and cheek
wolves
teeth
and stuff
on
where the
both
bunny is.
the top and bottom jaws.
Yeah, hi,
Not incisors.
Inkblot.
or
I found out I have
cheek
COVID
teeth on the
today.
top and bottom jaws.
So
This
I'll
guy's
probably
like
be
a
sick a little bit
reverse
longer,
cow.
but I'm already
He
on the
has
med. Like,
incisors on the
it,
top
like the worst of it's
and
over. I'm
nothing
still
on the bottom.
sick, you
But
know,
instead
but
of
I'm
a
feeling better.
diastema after those
But,
incisors, well,
I'm still sick,
I mean,
but
what we have
yeah.
is an unending
I'm not as bad as I
diastema.
was the other day.
There are no more teeth. The bottom jaw does get some cheek teeth. Not many for a lagomorph, but
Rabbits
does
have
get
no
some.
vocal cords,
Nothing
so they can
else
only
about
make
this
mouth
skull
sounds
is
in an emergency by forcing
particularly
air from their lungs.
accurate or
So they're going
remarkably
bleep, bleep,
inaccurate.
bleep from like their lungs.
So I guess we'll just move on to the body. Nothing about this body is shockingly good. I do think it probably has a sternum. It has very few
That noise the toy made
lumbar
Max
vertebrae,
run out.
but does have some, but true rabbits have lots. Rabbits at rest are plantigrade, meaning that they put their entire
solid
foot on the
bone
ground like you do.
Ball tail is such a weird
So
concept.
that's
I know
accurate.
it's so
But this is
funny,
the
right?
shortest rabbit foot
It
I
looks
have
so
ever seen.
bizarre.
Though the toe count is right, at least on the back feet. The front feet of rabbits do have 5 toes, but the dew claw sits kind of right up about here. And so I wouldn't expect to see it on this particular rabbit, given that the legs are hollow. But it is these leg bones that really get me. It has like a pelvis, a femur, looks like a tibiofibula. You know, that's fine. In rabbits, they do have a distinct tibia and fibula, but whatever. Up here, we've got a radio-ulna. They have a radius and ulna. But whatever. Then there's a humerus, right? Fairly normal. There's a scapula. But what is this? What is this bone? It's
looks
just a bonus
muscular.
leg bone. And an extra
Like a
joint.
kangaroo almost.
All right. So
Hi,
obviously you guys
Maple
help
Leaf, how
out
you
a
doing?
ton by finding and sending skeletons, but I also spend a considerable amount of money each year on skeletons. And so if you want to see this tradition continue, please consider supporting us on Patreon. In that way, even if you don't
This
send
was a
one
fun
personally,
one. Oh wait, it's not
kind of
over yet.
sending us a skeleton
He
and
still has a little
keeping
bit
this
more.
tradition alive. All right.
Okay, he's back
Let's
on
look at
bones.
this turtle.
Oh my
And
god.
here is the question.
Whoa! What a
Is
cute
it
little
better
tortuga. I
or
love
worse
him.
than the rabbit?
He doesn't look accurate
guess we'll
though.
start with the
He looks
skull.
fucked up. Like his
It's
legs or something look
another
fucked
mummy
up.
skull.
They should be bigger
So
or
in that way,
something, and
it's
the head
no worse
littler.
than the rabbit.
Oh yeah, the
But
head should be way
these
tinier,
teeth are
like
worse
out here, like this.
because it has teeth. We haven't had any sort of a toothed turtle in the last 160 or so million years.
A
So if
tooth
you went
turtle?
back in time to when T-Rex was alive, and then went back that much time again, so twice as long
It
ago
does
as
look like
T-Rex, you still wouldn't have any toothed turtles. And the youngest fossils of toothed turtles would at that time still have been more than 20 million years old. So this isn't what you would call a modern turtle. It has no detail on the skull or neck because this is a mummy, though I do appreciate that it stole its tail from a rattlesnake. The upper shell, the carapace, really looks pretty good for
It does look like a Koopa, like with how big the head is and how the neck goes up. It does look like a
as it
Koopa.
grows. But the fact that it's plantigrade, like a rabbit, and not digitigrade,
Eerie green.
standing on its toes, like a tortoise,
Eerie green.
suggests that it's not a tortoise.
That
And
is
we
eerie
have
green.
yet another tibiofibula and radioulna on an animal that has neither of those things. Turtles, in fact, often have a rather dramatic space between their radius and ulna and tibia and fibula. Not here. So fusing those bones, it seems like a real theme this year. And if I had to nail down another theme, it
Forgive
would be
the earthworm
inappropriate
question.
sternums. And
It
this
should be,
turtle
would you still love me
did
if I
not
was a
disappoint.
toothed turtle?
So the
I like
ribs are a significant part of the bone structure that forms the carapace of turtles. The plastron, the bottom shell, is made up of the clavicle bones, which are these, the gastralia that we discussed when talking about the alligator, and possibly the sternum. However, the sternum is so unrecognizable that it's difficult for scientists to determine if the sternum is actually part of the structure or not. So you can't just turn over a turtle, even a skeletal turtle, and expect to see ribs or an identifiable sternum, unless it's this turtle, which clearly gives our rabbit a run for its money. But at least turtles have ribs and probably a sternum. Because
It looks like he had
frogs
stubble underneath him. Did you see that? Because I guess that's where like the speaker is. But because it's on the chin, it makes it look like it's got stubble. Does it have a butt? They gave the frog a butt bone. Oh no, they
I'm
didn't.
confident that all waste products are gonna have to go out the same way they came in. But being the year for inappropriate sternums, I shouldn't be too shocked. And how did they do with the other theme for the year? You know, fusing the radius and ulna and the tibia and fibula? Well, they did perfectly. And not perfectly bad, perfectly perfect. This frog seems to have both a radioulna and a tibiofibula. But unlike the many other examples of these structures that we've seen this year, frogs actually have both of those things. If it weren't for the lack of the very conspicuous tarsal bones, as well as the less conspicuous carpal bones, and of course the presence of
The frog
bone
skeletons
webbing,
always look so cool.
I'd be pretty happy with these legs. They even got the number of toes right. The feet and head appear to be mummified, which might be a third theme of the year. But assuming that they are mummy feet and a mummy head,
You learn so much about
really
human
looks pretty
anatomy
decent.
here.
If this body even resembled the actual skeletal body of a frog in the tiniest degree,
That's me.
this would
That's
be
what I
one of
look
the
like
better
on the
skeletons
inside. Are
of
you
the
guys
year.
freaked out?
But the actual frog pelvis on real frogs makes up about half of the length of its torso, with the rest being a relatively short spinal column with
Yep.
spines.
Accurate.
But again, no ribs at all. And
Yep.
with that, I think I'll show you one of my
Do you have
favorite
those so-called
skeletons
bones,
of the
Cookie?
whole
Yeah,
year.
just like that.
But not my favorite one. I'm saving that one for
I'm just
last.
bipedal. That's the difference. Rodon!
So this might be the worst skeleton that we've had, which is
How?
saying a lot. But based on the head of this creature, I would say that it's supposed to be a pterosaur, specifically a pteranodon, which, surprisingly to many people, is not a dinosaur. Though much of the anatomy
What
of
is
this
it?
particular pteranodon looks more like a dinosaur than it does like a pteranodon. And the thing is, that there isn't much excuse for getting the skeletal anatomy of Mesozoic animals this kind of wrong.
Yeah, that is kind
With
of funny
many of
because like
these animals, I
we don't even know what
suspect
they
that artists
actually
have
look
never
like.
seen
So
their
like
skeletons
us
before, or
not
making
knowing
them
what they
for
look
people who've
like.
never seen their skeletons before.
Yeah, like
And
we have their
therefore,
skeletons. We have
models
something for
based on what
reference
these
here.
animals look like on the outside. But in cases like this,
Thank you, Daps. Welcome in.
almost everything that we know about them has come from the study of their skeletons. So this monstrosity is, in my assessment, inexcusable. So I
You
think
see
I'll
me inside
start
of
by
humans,
walking
the
you
inside
through
of
what
frogs
it
doesn't bug
is,
me.
and then
Thank
we'll
you.
talk about what it should be. So
Frogs are creepy
I
crawlies,
based my
though.
assessment that it's supposed to be a
Like,
pteranodon.
I've asked this question before, but like, how many cookie nuts are actually afraid of frogs or repulsed
not
by
the
them?
specific anatomy
There's a
there.
bunch.
The
Frogs are
long
like
beak
kind of
and
gross.
crest
I
off
love
the
them
back
personally.
suggest
But I also,
pteranodon, though I would
you guys,
actually prefer
I'm
to
gonna
think
say
that this
something.
is a
Yesterday,
terrible
I went to walk
stork
my
with a
dogs,
horrible bony growth off the
and
back
there
of
was a
its
roach,
After
and he was
the
upside
head,
down in a puddle,
we
and he
run
was
into
trying to like,
a
get out of there, and I
very
was like,
short
hang on,
neck
puppies.
with 3
You wait
vertebrae.
1 second.
I usually don't
And I
count
went and I got a
vertebrae
blade of
'cause
grass,
it's like,
and I gave the
these aren't
cockroach the blade of
anatomical
grass,
models.
and I helped him
But
out of
this
the
is a
puddle because I
very
fucking
short
hate
neck.
seeing things suffer.
Just
I don't even
saying.
care if it's a
Even
cockroach.
you have more than twice
I love
this
gross
many,
things
and
though.
You don't have as many as a pterosaur. But
Yeah, I saved a roach.
whatever. The spine continues.
I also
and we
yelled
do
at
have
Bodega
both
for almost
thoracic
killing a
and
roach.
lumbar vertebrae.
Bodega,
We
like,
have ribs
like she jumps
and
into
the
action to save like
Not too
people
shabby.
from a cockroach. I
The
was like, no,
sternum
don't do
has a
that. They got
keel,
feelings and
which
stuff.
almost
So
does maybe literally none of the
I
bird
told her, don't
skeletons
kill
that
the
we've ever
roach.
possessed.
But she
So we
like
have a
fearlessly
keeled
like
sternum.
just went into like
I'm not
stomp mode.
quite sure what
But
this
I
is
have like
right
super
here.
fucking bad
It
empathy for
almost
bugs.
looks like a furcula, but it is fused
Typical
to
the
the
Bodega's
sternum,
right, yeah.
so anyway, I'm not quite sure. It could just be.
Did she tell it
really
too?
weird
That's
bird.
really funny.
There is no scapula, but the wings do seem
Yeah,
to
she got her
grow
stompers too.
kind of
Like she
out of
literally
the
has
vertebrae,
Timberlands.
which is interesting. So okay, here's the humerus. Then we've got a radioulna, which is very appropriate.
Their
this
frogs
year.
are great. I love the guys.
joint
They're cute and
between
making
the
me.
two
I know.
seems
Anytime
to
I go
have
outside and I find a frog,
patella,
I'm like, oh,
which I
lucky
don't
day.
think
I always
any
get excited. I go,
animals
ooh,
have
a
ever
frog!
had. I could be
It's
wrong,
lucky.
but an elbow cap, that's a new one for me. But don't worry, we're not done. Because we have another patella.
Yeah, she has her
right
literal
here
stompers.
at the wrist. Maybe it's a carpal bone.
Frogs are cute. I generally love them.
maybe.
I don't want
Best
to
case
hold them and
scenario.
pet them, but I don't
And
because I
then
know
we
it's bad
have
for them.
one
Yeah, I love them too.
gigantic
Same
hand
thing.
bone that continues
Used to
all
pick them
the way
up
to the end of the
all the
wing.
time, but I've been peed on
and
a few
branches
frogs and hoods in my
twice.
time.
2 of the
That's like
branches-
our only
actually,
line of
branches into
defense is
3,
peeing,
and
which
2
I
of
gotta
the
do
3
soon. We'll do
branches
that after the
get
video.
their
We'll take
own
a quick
fingers.
pee break.
So that's the wing. All right, let's go back to the end of the
Preston, thank
spine
you.
because
Funny story, boss.
we
When I was a kid,
ended
I used to go camping,
at
and
the
there
end
was
of the lumbar vertebrae.
always
I
ran
just wanna
over
point out
frogs
real
on the
quick
road,
that
and
vertebrae
I'd
are
always try to
cervical,
pick them up, and eventually
thoracic,
I'd
and
apply all
lumbar.
of them, and I thought it
CTL,
was cool, but then it
which
freaked
are
out
my
other
initials,
people,
and
and I
that's
didn't
always helped me.
understand why.
But after
Because he had a
lumbar
bunch of flat
vertebrae,
frogs.
You usually get another C.
Mummified
Caudal.
flat frogs that cooked on the road.
And while this guy only
Yuri
seems
green.
to have 2 caudal bones per tail, it has 8 caudal bones. Because it has more tails than Tauros. This pelvis isn't so bad, though the way that the femora grow out of it is interesting. Not to mention the way that they fuse together. Not sure how that works. So here's the patella on an actual knee. And then we get a tibiofibula. No ankle cap, though. So that's a little better. Then we get 1 long tarsometatarsus, like a proper bird. And then toes. 3 in front and a hallux out back. Ansiodactyl. So that's what it is. Now for what it should be. I'll start with the head. The basic shape is okay, though the beak should have kind of a slightly upturned profile. Pteranodons, though, were toothless, so that is accurate. Instead of this tiny nares, though, it should have a huge hole where the nares and antorbital fenestra, like what you see in most dinosaurs,
Gigantic
are
fucking
connected.
nostrils.
And this orbit is considerably too big and for some reason shaped like a human eyelid. I already addressed the neck.
It does have a
There should
human
technically
eyelid
be
shape.
about 9 vertebrae, but I wouldn't expect that exact number. Just 3 seems far too short. Though the thoracic and lumbar vertebrae and rib cage
Alright,
are
spend time
all
joining us
not
with
bad
the
enough
bad
to have
stuff.
gotten my
Time
attention
and
at all,
effort will
which is
fix
not too
all
shabby.
illness and
And
personal
though this
relationships
heel
if
is
your
a bit
headset.
big,
Thank you.
they did
Thank you,
indeed
April. I really
have a
appreciate
healed
it. Thank you.
sternum.
I hope so.
So in this way, this is a better skeleton than any of the birds that we've ever seen over these many years. And this whole phenomenon began with a bird, so things are looking up. There should be a scapula. This vertebral wing anchor should not exist. As for the rest of the wing,
You love frogs, but I don't like being around them in nature because they're not good at avoiding getting stung. Yeah, they also like sometimes jump on you if you get freaked out. But
okay, so we got a humerus. It's a bit long, but what are you gonna do? There is, of course, no elbow cap. They have a separate radius and ulna, so not this. And after that, the
Oh, it's
actual
actually neat. Yeah, we can
pterosaur
check it
wing becomes
I'll see
so
if there's like a
darn
good
cool.
video in that.
Because in a
I'll
real
copy paste it for the
pterosaur
next
wing,
one.
the humerus, radius, and ulna, which make up the vast majority of the length of your arm, only make up a small fraction of the
Thank
length
you,
of the wing.
Interrupting. I
The word
appreciate it. I'm gonna try to
pterodactyl
do the
means
base station
wing
thing,
finger, though
like
even
Lane
the finger
suggested.
is only
That
part of the
is a
story,
really good idea.
because they
I'll try to do it in
also
like fours and see if I can pinpoint which
extremely
one's like
long
rotten.
hands. And
And
that is
then,
oftentimes omitted even from pretty good models of pterosaurs. Oftentimes you see the three-clawed fingers come out at the articulation between the forearm and the rest of the wing, which is the wrist. But that's not where they're actually located. I would say that most pterosaur models get that wrong. So this is a Schleich or whatever model. I don't know how you say this word, but these guys make pretty good models, and even they get it wrong. I mean, look at the antorbital fenestra. That's pretty great. And the slightly upturned beak. The long neck. It even has 3 fingers. They're just not in the right position. But at least it has them. This might be the first model that I've ever seen that doesn't have those fingers at all. But where those fingers actually go is right here. This model was sent to me by
I always thought that
Steve
was funny.
from Paleoanalysis.
I think I remember it from
and
my
it is a
grape jelly
life-size
class.
replica of the smallest pterosaur that we know to
That
have
have lead in
existed, Mimicolopterus. But what you can
Apparently
see
the
is that after
Welch's
the
jelly
radius and ulna,
glasses
after the wrist,
that
there is
we all drink out of as
another
kids.
long bone before
If
the
you're
fingers.
28.
And also this little spike.
Apparently
This
those,
spike is the pteroid bone
those
that
have
helped
lead
in
in them.
some way to support and manipulate the wing membrane. And this long bone, the one that is
Good
very
night,
often
Mikey.
omitted in
See
pterosaur
you
models,
soon. Thank you.
including
Thank you for having me.
this one,
No problem.
is a
Thank you for
giant
coming to watch
metacarpal,
us.
a giant hand bone. So this is part of the hand, and the fingers come off of the end of the hand, as fingers often do.
Those were so
But you'll
late.
notice that
Oh,
there's
big
still
time.
a lot of wing left to go. And that is yet another finger. We've accounted for these 3 fingers, but this one, the ring finger, is very long. Hence the name wing finger. So that is the pterosaur wing.
my
a
wing
very
finger.
different structure from what
I
we
just
see in other
slammed my
planet
wing finger in
such
the
as bats
door.
or dinosaurs. And very different from this, which is not like any wing that has
That makes the
ever
bone
existed
stronger.
on
You know,
this
that's a
planet.
positive
Of course,
spin on
that's
that. I like that.
Also true for the
Your friend bought a bunch of those
tails.
Welch's
I don't
glasses
think we've
recently at a
ever
tax
seen
sale.
a four-tailed
In
vertebrate
catching me
species,
drinking.
though the tail of Pteranodon was fairly short like this.
Yeah,
As for
those
these
ones.
legs, I'll start by saying that Pteranodon didn't stand like this. Now that we've found pterosaur trackways, we know that they walked on all
What
fours.
are these
They
idiots?
also had a
Wow,
tibia
what cool
and a
guys.
fibula, and this is not enough toes. Pterosaurs had 5 toes with